Yeah, Don's improved to 6-1. McDonough 14-3. You heard Keith just mention the could be the top-ranked team. We're going to go to the poll, look at the top 5 of the top 15 polls from this week. There could be a change at the top. Boys lacrosse top 15 is number 1. Gilman goes 1-1. Number 2, Loyola can lay claim to that top spot after a 1-1 week. 1-0 week. But number 3, Calvert Hall, and number 4, St. Paul's also had solid weeks, both going 2-0. Number 5, McDonough finishes this week at 1-1. Big lacrosse matchups on Friday weren't limited to the boys' games. Top-ranked Severn traveled to number 6 St. Paul's in a pivotal IAAMA Conference girls matchup. St. Paul's came in at 6-1-1, including an upset of then top-ranked Notre Dame Prep. 2 weeks ago, St. Paul's was holding down the top spot with a 6-0 record.
Yeah, pretty blue skies welcome the 2 teams to St. Paul's School in Brooklynville. Jimmy Stromberg, great basketball player in his day. Now the St. Paul's head coach, his team ready. In white first half, and they open a 5-goal lead. Number 25, Annie Wagner, wraps it around. This is a sweet play. It's 4-0 St. Paul's.
Annie Wagner getting off to a good start there. She finished with 3 goals on the day for St. Paul's.
4 minutes later, Kelly Schwartz to number 22, Megan Del Monte for St. Paul's.
Megan Del Monte had a hand in 6 of St. Paul's 10 goals on the day, 3 goals and 3 assists.
It was 5-0. The top-ranked Admirals, though, dig down and regroup. Number 25, Jess Adam in front. The ball tipped to number 12, Bree Ned, who scores.
Jess Adam, 1 goal and 2 assists. Her sister Anastasia with 3 goals. Bree Ned, 1 goal and 1 assist.
It was 7-2 St. Paul's at the half. Blake Hargis to Sarah Seitz. It's 8-2 Gators at this point, and St. Paul's clicking. The big story, though, for St. Paul's, goaltender Lydia Sanza, number 00. Anastasia Adam with the free shot, and Lydia's there to make the save, one of many.
Lydia Sands finished with 21 saves, 7s. Jess Adams said later she was unbelievable.
Number 00, that's Jim Otto, used to play center for the Oakland Raiders. I don't think Lydia will remember Jim Otto. But anyway, St. Paul's wins 10-6. The second time this year, as you said, the Gators beat number 1.
Yeah, St. Paul 7-1, Severn now 6-1 Saturday at CM Wright. 2 teams took a break from league play for an exciting non-league matchup. It was 4th-ranked CM Wright hosting number 3 Notre Dame Prep. The Mustangs were putting their 7-0 unbeaten record on the line, while the Blazers came in at 7-3.
Homework for all the kids tonight. Ask your parents who Jim Otto is. Fired up CM Wright Mustangs crowd on a gorgeous April Saturday afternoon. Carl Greenberg's Mustangs ranked 4th. Oh, look at it. This looks like a picnic out there. Unbeaten at 7-0. This game was played on Saturday. Mary Bartell's Notre Dame Prep Blazers, 7-3, ranked number 3. That's Mary right there. You just saw Carl Greenberg. Both goaltenders up for the challenge. First half, Notre Dame in white. Molly Ford the shot. Jess DeBelka the big save.
Jess DeBelka and Amanda Barnes combined for 9 saves for CM Wright. Caitlin Formby and Alexandra Perano stopped 8 shots for Notre Dame Prep.
Yeah, this is Caitlin Formby stopping Katie Stamper of CM Wright, which is not easy because Stamper is one of the best players in the country. Here she is, number 20 in blue, versus all-Met defender Laurie Cannon. And she gets the best over there. It's 4-1 Mustangs at this point.
Yeah, it's like an all-Met matchup.
Man.
It's Katie Stamper. She's a returning all-Met midfielder from last season. 3 goals all in the first half.
Late first half, Stamper again. This is not a replay. Pass Charlene Morin. Mustangs up 6-3. 32 seconds left in the half. Number 18, Katie McHugh for CM Wright. Unassisted right here.
Katie McHugh, 2 goals for CM Wright. Christina Frank also had 2 goals for the Mustangs.
So Carl Greenberg's Mustangs up 7-4 at the break. Second half, a totally different story. Number 12, Molly Ford, unassisted right there.
Molly Ford and Caitlin McFadden with 1 goal and 1 assist for Notre Dame Prep.
It was 7-6 C. Milton. Blazers tie it, then take the lead. Molly Ford to Lauren Cannon, who gets kind of even with Katie Stamper there. It's 7-7. McFadden then made it 8-7 Notre Dame, and then number 29 All-American Becky Lillimo makes it 8-7 NDP.
Big 4 goals on the day for Becky Lillimo as NDP outscores CM Wright 5-1 in the second half.
It was 9-8. C. Milton putting incredible pressure on Alexandra Perano, but she holds down the fort. And finally, Notre Dame wins this Prep Classic 9-8. Boy, rarely does a game live up to its billing. This one did.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're going to take a look at the top 5 of the girls across top 15. Look for a new number 1 team next week. You saw highlights of top-ranked Severn's loss in its only game this week. The number 6 St. Paul's, number 2 Mount Hebron won its only game. Number 3 NDP started the week with a loss to Seton Keo, but rallies for wins over Garrison Forest and CM Wright for a 2-1 week. Number 4 CM Wright goes 1-1, and number 5 Savannah Park goes 1-0.
We'll have much more baseball, softball coming up, and the Cap Classic when we come back.
Still much more to come. Stick around.
Brought to you by your Toyota dealer, where 17 different models mean more choice and better value. Get the feeling. Toyota.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on Camry, the #1 selling car in America again. Save with 1.9% APR financing or take $1,000 cash back from Toyota. Save on Solara hardtops with special financing or big cash back. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
At the University of Maryland Medical Center, acclaimed neurologists and neurosurgeons are treating advanced Parkinson's disease with a revolutionary new procedure. In the operating room of the future, surgeons will navigate the deepest regions of the brain to provide major symptom relief with minimum side effects. Soon it will happen here, where the future of medicine is just around the corner. University of Maryland Medicine, the miracle of it all.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Hiya! Those guys were fast as lightning.
Wherever you're going, you'll feel really good riding with Geico.
Everybody was kung fu
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the Sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move. Or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
Let's meet this week's athletes of the week. This week's female athlete of the week is Lauren O'Malley of Mount DeSales. Lauren enjoyed a banner week at the plate and was effective on the mound to help the Sailors get back to 500 with a 4-4 mark in the team's 3-2 week. Lauren hit 3 triples, 2 doubles, 2 homers with 9 RBIs and 10 runs, raising her batting average to 631. This week's male athlete of the week is Gavin Swanson of Calvert Hall. Last week, his 10 extra base hits and 733 batting average lifted the Cardinals to 4 victories in 5 games. Swanson slugged 6 doubles, 3 triples, 1 home run, scored 5 runs, and had 11 RBIs with an .800 on-base percentage. Lauren, Gavin, welcome to Replay.
Thank you very much.
You guys had 2 weeks. You were just literally tearing the covers off the ball. Lauren, let's start with you and talk about the week that you had for Mount DeSales softball. Got you guys even at 4-0. And just, tell us a little bit about the week and your play and just why you played so well in those games.
Well, we played a lot of good teams, and we're really starting to come together as a team. And we've just been practicing really hard, so we were very thankful that we did so well this week.
Now, part of that was, I believe, the Spalding tournament. A couple of games were in the Spalding tournament, and the rest were regular season games. But the teams you were playing, you mentioned earlier that they were pretty good teams, and they kind of gave you guys an indicator of where you are so far this season?
Yes, we played some of the best teams in Maryland, and we ended up doing very well, so hopefully that's an indicator of how well we're going to do at the end of the season.
Now, Spalding plays in the IAMA conference. That's a league that has, I think, Spalding and Mount DeSales plays in the IAMA conference. That's a league that Spalding and IND are expected to be the top teams in. You guys are usually picked somewhere in the middle, maybe towards the bottom. You lost only 1 starter from last season. Were you disappointed with the predictors when they started saying you guys wouldn't be closer to the top this season?
No, because we did start very young, and in the beginning we had a rough start, but we've definitely picked it up a lot and are doing very well.
Okay. Talk to us about the team a little bit, the makeup of the team. We know, who you are and what you've done, what you've done for the team as a pitcher, and obviously great work with the, with the bat so far. What are some of the other key players on the team?
Well, we have a very strong outfield. Everybody's very fast, and our infield's very sound. We have a lot of young players, though.
Like I mentioned earlier, IND and Spalding are the teams that everybody's sort of, chasing in the IAMA conference. Are there any other teams, and then throw Mount DeSales in if you like, that you think are maybe going to kind of creep up on them this season?
Those are pretty much the top teams, and McDonough always plays us pretty tough, so us and IND and Spalding will probably be in the top.
Okay. Now, Mount DeSales fortunate they've got 2 more seasons of you after this year, but not just playing softball. You also played soccer, played a little bit last fall. How did that go for you?
That went very well. Our team wasn't that great, but it was a good season nonetheless.
Okay, great, Lauren, thank you. Gavin, on to you and Calvert Hall baseball. And the week that you had, that was just extra, 10 extra base hits, 733 average. You guys win 4 out of 5 games, get Calvert Hall right back in that running for the top spot in the MIAA conference, along with St. Paul's and St. Joe. Talk to us about why you played so well in those particular games that week.
Well, it was a really big week for us. We struggled a little bit, and we need to get things back on track. So I kind of knew as one of the senior leaders that it was time to step up. And, one of the reasons that I did so well, I think, at the plate was not only was I seeing the ball really well, but also because a couple of the guys in lineup also stepped up, with me a little bit. And, the guys like Jeremy and Mike Newton and Scott Krieger who hit ahead of me, they're really getting on base a lot. And with their speed, I see a lot more fastballs when they're on base, which kind of makes it a lot easier to hit.
Right. Gavin, talk to us a little bit about Calvert Hall baseball. You guys were finished second during the regular season last year. You finished second to St. Paul's in the championship, sort of a roundabout series last season. You only returned really about one regular position player, but still at the top of the season, there you guys were right at the top of the preseason poll. What is that pressure like for you as part of that Calvert Hall program, that even when you lose just about everybody, they put you right back on top?
Well, I think one of the great things about going to Calvert Hall is that year in and year out, we have a lot of talent, but it's also a great responsibility. So, it's a great honor when the people who make the sun put us up there, but it's a great responsibility. So that we know that we need to work hard year in and year out, but it's also a lot of fun winning all the time.
Now, you said you thought the teams got off to you guys stumbled a little bit at the start, but you feel like you've kind of hit your stride. I mentioned earlier, St. Paul, St. Joe, Calvert Hall, all sort of right around there. I believe you guys by a couple of percentage points right now in first place.
Yeah, we, as you said, we were ranked first at the beginning, but we struggled. We really struggled with the gloves. The whole season we've thrown the ball real well off the hill, and we've really hit the ball, outstanding. But at the beginning, we really hadn't come together yet defensively. And I see that, as the season's going on, we really have started to step up, as a whole team, defensively. And, I think, the sky's the limit as long as we bring our gloves to the field. And it's really starting to gel. We've really got the ball rolling now, so hopefully we can keep it going.
It's got to be a little bit of a mixed emotions for you. You guys are Calvert Hall's playing great, but this is the last spring that you'll get a chance to play baseball for Calvert Hall. You're a senior, already made a commitment to go to George Washington University where you'll play baseball. Talk to us about the George Washington program a little bit and what your expectations are there.
Well, I've obviously been blessed with a great opportunity to go to George Washington on, an athletic and academic scholarship next year. And I think it presents me with a great opportunity, not only to do well on the field, but also academically. And that's kind of what I was looking for. I was looking to use baseball as a means to get a great education. I think George Washington should really provide that.
All right, great. Gavin, thank you. Lauren, thank you very much for being here on Replay. Okay. When we come back, we'll take a look at the area's biggest hoop star, Archbishop Spalding's Rudy Gay, at the 31st Annual Jordan Capital Classic, plus more game highlights from this spring, so stay tuned. There's much more to come on the Replay Sun High School Sports Show.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on hundreds of tough Tacomas, including double cabs. Save with 1.9% APR financing or get $750 cash back from Toyota. Get the same special financing or $1,000 cash back on any Tundra regular cab or access cab. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
This is the operating room of the future at the University of Maryland Medical Center, where renowned surgeons are working with leading technology companies to bring medicine into the 21st century. Here, the largest of heart surgeries are being performed through the smallest of holes. Doctors are performing cardiac microsurgeries once thought impossible. And it's all happening here, where the future of medicine is just around the corner. University of Maryland Medicine, the miracle of it all.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on Corolla, the best-selling car in its class. Save now with 1.9% APR financing or $750 cash back from Toyota. Get great gas mileage, too. There's even special financing on Toyota's versatile Matrix. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
With today's low interest rates, there's never been a better time to come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank for a fixed-rate home equity loan, for a line of credit, pay off high-interest credit cards, make home improvements, or pay for college tuition. Baltimore County Savings Bank makes the application and settlement for your home equity loan quick and easy. Call or visit baltcosavings.com for today's low rates. You'll get more from your home when you come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
This weekend, for the record, we give a tip of the hat to Howard High softball pitcher Jesse O'Neill. Recently, the junior right-hander threw a no-hitter leading the Lions to a 9-0 win over Wild Lake. O'Neill had 12 strikeouts and cranked a 2-run homer in the win.
That's impressive right there.
Big time impressive. All right. About halfway through the MIAA Conference baseball season, 3 teams, Calvert Hall, St. Paul's, and Mount St. Joe, are bunched at the top of the league, battling for first place. Thursday at St. Paul's, the 7th-ranked Crusaders hosted 4th-ranked Mount St. Joe. Both teams came in with 6-1 records in league play.
Yeah, this game played at Fred Blackstone Field at St. Paul's. Pretty park there. Crusaders defending A-Conference champs, coached by Paul Bernsdorf. Dave Norton, the longtime coach at St. Joe. His Gales ranked number 4, 13-1 coming in. Scoreless tie, St. Joe 4th. Nathan Curd pitching for St. Paul's. 1 out, Mike Bianca runs. Diving catch on a line drive by Chris Hildreth. Sean Foley doubles him up.
Nathan Curd shut out through 5 innings for St. Paul's. Walked 1, struck out 2.
Gales finally get to him here in the 6th. Curd to Kirk Hines, lead-off home run to left center that Vic Meyer can just admire.
Yeah, big day for Kirk Hines. Both runs batted in for Mount St. Joe.
Bottom 6, St. Paul's gets it going. 2 outs. Number 16, Steve Miklas, rips to right center. One of just 3 Crusader hits. And what that does, it sets the table for Steve Johnson, one of the best hitters in the area. Steve Johnson, of course, the son of former Oriole Dave Johnson. A shot to left field. Matt Stasio looks for the call. Is it fair or foul, Sam?
It's called foul.
Oh, man.
St. Paul's coach Paul Bernsdorf was coaching third. He had the same look on his face as the home plate umpire, but it's still called a foul ball.
Wow, Jimmy Drury then comes back and buckles down to get Steve Johnson to end the inning. A tapper to Kirk Hines to Mark Price, and that was a big turnaround.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Jimmy Drury, though, superb on the day. A no-hitter through 5 innings with 3 strikeouts.
In the 7th, the Gales get an insurance run off Steve Johnson. Joe Norton at third. Kirk Hines again rips to center. Joe Norton scores. St. Joe up 2-0, heading to the 7th. But the Crusaders not done yet. Chad Durakas at third. Vic Meyer, number 3, versus Jimmy Drury. And he singles to right center field here.
Yeah, and Chad Durakas is going to come around to score here. Eventually, St. Paul's gets runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs.
But Dave Norton stays with Jimmy Drury, and it pays off because he strikes out Sean Foley to end the game. That's a great pitch. Hey, don't feel bad, Sean Foley. That is a tough pitch, and Jimmy Drury and St. Joe win 2-1. Excellent A-Conference game at St. Paul's.
Oh, yeah, definitely. St. Joe 14-1 on the season overall. St. Paul's 13-7. Look at the top 5 of the top 15 of the baseball poll here. We see top-ranked Chesapeake won its only game of the week. Number 2, Calvert Hall goes 2-0, including the 9-7 win over number 4, Mount St. Joe. Number 3, Spalding goes 2-2. St. Joe goes 2-1. And number 5, Falston, they get surprised by number 10, CM Wright, 7-3 in the only game of the week. On to our softball top 20. Excellent week there for the top 5 of the girls softball top 15. They suffered no losses. Pilati and IND playing in the Grand Strand Classic and Myrtle Beach go a combined 7-0. Number 1, Severna Park, and number 3, North County each get in just 1 game and each get a win. No games this week, though, for number 2, Chesapeake. Its alumni includes Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Maryland's own Ikena Ibikwe. Last night, at the Comcast Center, it was the 31st annual Jordan Capital Classic, a game that featured this year that featured Rudy Gay of Archbishop Spalding, the Suns' co-player of the year, along with Will Thomas of Mount St. Joe.
Yeah, former Georgetown coach John Thompson and NBA Rookie of the Year LeBron James among the who's who. Rudy Gay wore number 21, and Sam, as you know, played very well.
Played very well. 14 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals.
It's the jumper right there, but he was upstaged by Dwight Howard from the Atlanta Christian Academy, possible #1 pick in the NBA draft. But Rudy Gay answers that with this steal and dunk, and then he throws his headband into the crowd. We'll hear from Rudy later on that, but still, Sam, Howard kind of upstaged everybody.
Well, you made that settles it right there. He's upstaged everybody, named the MVP, 18 points, 15 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 3 assists, and I don't see him playing any college ball. He's going to the NBA.
Still, Rudy Gay made quite an impression, especially on his coach, Stu Vetter.
I just think he's very versatile. Sometimes I think he wants to shoot some threes too often, but he needs to be able to shoot those, but he also needs to be able to take advantage of his inside game. But I think talent-wise, he's going to be a star, no question.
You were on the home court tonight. What did it feel like to be booed by the people here?
I mean, it was different, you know, being home, you know, being booed. You know, I understand why they could have done what they did.
Had a lot to do with your Maryland decision, or your Connecticut decision over Maryland.
Yeah, I think it did. You know, we had a couple people, you know, saying things, you know, beyond the crowd. But, you know, I decided to keep that out of my head and just keep on playing.
There's the famous headband right there. You see his coach, Mike Glick. Rudy Gay is headed to Connecticut, and we'll be seeing more of him. He even mentioned a little bit about playing in the NBA, but he since rescinded that and said,
that's a good idea.
Let's go to college first.
Yeah, we haven't seen the last of Rudy Gay. Stay tuned in to replay this spring for the diary of Rudy Gay, 3 weeks in the life of a high school hoop star. Good to see a Baltimore player in the big game of the Capital Classic.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
A new car, a new home, or even a new beginning. At Baltimore County Savings Bank, we can help you make it happen. With today's low interest rates, now is the time to come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. Whether it's a car, boat, home improvement, or home equity line of credit, Baltimore County Savings Bank makes the application and settlement for your loan quick and easy. Call us or visit baltcosavings.com for today's low rates. Baltimore County Savings Bank, FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the Sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move, or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
Over 8 million drivers feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. So are great springtime bargains on thousands of Toyotas, including best-selling Highlanders. Get yours now with 1.9% APR financing up to 5 years. There's great springtime deals on 4Runners, on gas thrifty RAV4s, and full-size 8-passenger Sequoias. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
For game schedules, athlete of the week profiles, and anything else you want to know about high school sports, just check out the Sun's website under its new name, BaltimoreSun.com.
And if you have a sports question on your mind, all you have to do is email us at replay@BaltimoreSun.com. Another well done, sir. Good job today.
All right, that's it for this week's edition of the Replay Sun High School Sports Show. Thanks for joining us. From our partner, Keith Mills, I'm Sam Davis. Thanks for watching. Have a great week of sports. Hello and welcome to the Replay Sun High School Sports Show, where we bring you the best in high school sports each week. I'm Sam Davis of the Sun. With me, my co-host Keith Mills, sports anchor here at ABC2.
Beautiful week, a lot of big games. We've got some great softball matchups. An area standout kicked up some major dust at the Penn Relays. But first, your Toyota highlights.
Yeah, with our Toyota highlights, we begin with one of two big boys lacrosse matchups this week that feature teams in the top 5. Tuesday at Gilman, the number 4 Greyhounds hosted number 2 St. Paul's. Gilman was coming off a loss to Boys Latin and looking to draw nearer to the Crusaders, who were leading the MIAA conference. Gilman came in at 9-1, while St. Paul's was 11-1.
As Sam said, this game played at Gilman. Good crowd, picture-perfect day. St. Paul's coached again so well by Mitch Whiteley. Spent some time in the MLL a couple of years ago. Dave Allen, like Mitch, in his second stint at Gilman. And as Sam said, his Greyhounds 9-1. Good battle of the goaltenders. Gilman's Grant Zimmerman in white. Craig Andrzejewski here with a hard shot, and Zimmerman makes the save.
Yeah, excellent work by both goalies in this game. Grant Zimmerman made 13 saves, 8 in the last quarter. Matt Landsman of St. Paul's had 14 saves.
Yeah, here comes one of them here. Gilman's Scott Tompkins, and Landsman, point-blank range, knocks it away.
Good
Big
goalie
play.
work.
Oh,
Good goalie work.
Spectacular. First quarter, game tied at 1. Number 36, Brian Carroll with a crossover, left-handed, right-handed move, and the goal.
Yeah, Gilman got a goal each from Brian and Kevin Carroll. 7 different Gilman players scored in this game.
It was 2-1 Gilman. St. Paul's answer. Stuart Thomas to number 7, Zach Thomas. And watch this tough shot, low to high.
Stuart Thomas, 1 goal and 1 assist. Gilman's defense, solid job on Gavin Gill and Bart Wagner.
Gilman takes command there. They scored 3 goals in 2.5 minutes. Kevin Carroll bobbles, and then you see Alex Wharton sneaking in from behind for the goal.
Nice job by Alex Wharton there. He had 2 goals for Gilman. 4 different Greyhounds scored 2 goals.
St. Paul's comes right back. Watch Harrison McCorkle here, number 8. He runs out of trouble, hits Gavin Gill to number 6, Johnny Black. Gilman, though, up 5-3 at the half, but that is a sweet play beginning with McCorkle. Third quarter, tremendous ball movement here. Will Bradley, Kevin Carroll, Scott Tompkins, finally to Alex Wharton on the doorstep.
Yeah, just great balance here for Gilman. Scott Tompkins, Will Bradley, Davis Lindsay all scored 2 goals.
It was 7-3 Gilman. More great ball movement. Zach Goldberg to Alex Wharton to Scott Tompkins. The shot stopped by Landsman. John Pinney gets the rebound to David Lindsay, cutting right there. And that's another goal for Gilman.
Yeah, you mentioned John Pinney. He had a goal and 2 assists for the Greyhounds.
And the Greyhounds putting it on 8-4 at this point. Watch Gavin Gill. He keeps it close. Spectacular effort right there.
Yeah, nice twisting shot. Just another one of those guys for Gilman in a great game. Gavin Gill, 1 goal, 2 assists. Jason Donati, 2 goals for the Greyhounds.
Gilman rebounds, wins 11-7, and Dave Allen's club back in the title picture.
Yeah, Gilman now 10-1, St. Paul's 11-2. Last year, Calvert Hall won the MIAA Conference Championship. Tuesday, the number 5 Cardinals suffered their second league loss by a goal to number 11-7. Friday, the Cardinals tried to keep pace with the leaders in the conference when they traveled to number 3 Boys Latin. Boys Latin had won 4 in a row and had a 9-1 record.
Yeah, this game was played at Boys Latin. Began with overcast skies, ended in sunshine. In the middle, there was a rainstorm.
Good crowd.
Can't tell the players without a scorecard. This was a battle supreme. Evan Burns, number 19 for Boys Latin. Tim Landman from Calvert Hall, and they were going after it big time right there. Finally, Boys Latin clear. Second quarter, Boys Latin up 3-2 on the extra man. Davey Malera, Connor Larkin to number 32 right here, Chris Bolin. And you can see that missile right there.
Chris Bolin with that missile. He had 2 goals and 2 assists, only a sophomore.
His brother plays at Hopkins. Calvert Hall storms back. Good ball movement again. And watch Kevin Huntley. The quick move, the goal, 3-3 at the half.
Yeah, nice move there by Kevin Huntley. He was hounded all day by Evan Burns, had 1 goal and 2 assists. Walker Jungers had 3 goals for the Cardinals.
Early second half, the rains came. I mean, it was pouring. You need a little bit more than that little umbrella right there. The rain stopped. Calvert Hall led 5-4. Boys Latin heavy pressure. And the goal right there, Chris Reed with the rebound.
Yeah, Jeremy Blevin, 17 saves for Calvert Hall. Charles Flocker had 1 save for BL.
Yeah, watch this play right here. Reed with the rebound. And again, Blevins makes the save. Spectacular play. And you can almost feel Bobby Shriver's frustration. Brian Kelly's Cards watch the tie 5-5 game late in the third quarter. 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Davey Malera finds some room and scores to break the deadlock.
Davey Malera, 2 goals in the game. Tad Stanwyck had a goal and an assist.
5-5 in the fourth. Watch this ball movement. Chris Bolin, Connor Larkin Finally, Tad Stanwyck gets it back. Tremendous play. It's 6-5 BL with 5:38 left. 1 minute left. Still 6-5. Calvert Hall pressing and bowling to Chris Reed for the empty netter. 7-6. Calvert Hall scored late. Wasn't enough. Boys Latin wins a close one.
And improves to 10-1. Calvert Hall now 8-3. We're going to take a look at the top 5, the top 15 of the boys lacrosse poll. Losses to number 3 Boys Latin and number 11 7 are going to cost number 5 Calvert Hall its spot in the top 5. Top-ranked Loyola won both its games, beating Spalding in 7. Number 3 Boys Latin went 2-0, wins over Calvert Hall. Number 7 St. Mary's. Number 2 St. Paul's goes 1-1, losing to Gilman, and Gilman goes 1-1 with a loss to St. Mary's. Saturday at Johns Hopkins, the Maryland High School Lacrosse Showdown was held at Homewood Field. The showdown featured 4 games, 2 boys and 2 girls, featuring 8 teams, all ranked among the area's top 15. All the matchups pitted public schools against private schools. In one girls game, number 7 Broadneck took on top-ranked St. Paul's.
Yeah, St. Paul's ranked number 1, coached by Jimmy Stromberg, right here in the dark jerseys. Annie Wagner to Sarah Seitz. 1-0, just like that. St. Paul's, this is a really well-executed play. Nice feed right there.
They look a lot faster on that turf.
Annie, 4 goals and that assist. Broadneck back. Jess Jacqueline and Shelby Gowdy battle. And finally, Gowdy scoops and scores. And then St. Paul's Charlotte Ahern whistled for this penalty on Caroline Coe. Broadneck eventually ties the game. Caroline Coe ties it on the free shot right there. That was the last time they scored against Lydia Swanson.
Yeah, the only goal for Caroline Coe is St. Paul's defense buckles down and takes control here.
10 seconds left in the half. Annie Wagner breaks the tie. St. Paul's up 4-3.
Megan Del Monte added 2 goals. Lydia Sanza, you mentioned earlier, 4 saves. She's our athlete of the week. You're going to see her later on in the show.
And her family and her right here watching as we speak.
Right.
The miracles of television.
Take a look at the girls' lacrosse poll, the top 5, the top 15. Strong week for the area's top 2 teams as both St. Paul's and Mount Hebron go 3-0. In addition to its win over Broadneck, St. Paul also beat number 12 Roland Park. Number 2 Mount Hebron won 2 games in Howard County by a combined score of 48-1. Then edged Roland Park 8-7 in that Maryland High School showdown at Hopkins yesterday. Mount Hebron has won 15 straight games. Number 3 7, number 4 Notre Dame Prep each get a win and a tie. Number 5 CM Wright goes 2-0. Mount Hebron coming into that game had outscored its opponents 142-6 on the season.
Incredible. And they beat Roland Park.
Beat Roland
Public
Park.
school, private school showdown.
All right, still much more to come here on the Replay Sun High School Sports Show. Up next, our athletes of the week. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your Toyota dealer, where 17 different models mean more choice and better value. Get the feeling, Toyota.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on hundreds of tough Tacomas, including double cabs. Save with 1.9% APR financing or get $750 cash back from Toyota. Get the same special financing or $1,000 cash back on any Tundra regular cab or access cab. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
There's a hospital in Maryland where in 1920, doctors first showed the world surgery could be performed on the heart. A hospital whose pioneering excellence continues today, with doctors developing advanced videoscopic procedures to reduce pain and recovery time. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Over 8 million drivers feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move. Or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
Let's meet this week's athletes of the week. This week's Female Athlete of the Week is Lydia Sanza of St. Paul's. Last week, Lydia turned in impressive back-to-back performances with a total of 30 saves to keep the Gators on a 6-game winning streak. In their 10-6 upset of then number 1 Severn, Sanza stopped 21 shots, raising her save percentage to .724. This week's Male Athlete of the Week is A.J. Lee of Southern Anne Arundel County. Last week, A.J. broke one meet record and tied another at the Glenelg Relays. He won 4 gold medals and was named the meet's outstanding performer. The long jump record he broke belonged to his long jump coach, Ian Harvey. Congratulations to Lydia and A.J. Unfortunately, A.J. could not be here today due to his participation in yesterday's Penn Relays, but we are happy to have Lydia joining us here in studio. Lydia, welcome to Replay.
Thanks.
All right, Lydia, let's start and talk about the Severn game. That's the big game. You were chosen as Athlete of the Week for 2 games, but obviously that was a big one. You guys were, I believe, number 8 at the time. You knocked off number 1 Severn. You stopped 21 of 29 shots on goal. What a remarkable performance. Talk to us a little bit about the Severn game and just the mood you were in and the mood that the team was in to take on the number 1 team.
During school, we just had like a tone set throughout the whole day, and then on the field, we just all came together, and our offense played really well, and our defense played well, and we shut down their key scores.
Now, we had some highlights of that game on last week's show, and you were very remarkable in goal. Your performance, just talking about your performance more specifically, not necessarily the team against Severn, was there anything they do on offense that just made you feel like you would be able to step up and perform as well in that game?
They ran a lot of ISOs, so I knew what to expect. I knew it was always coming in one-on-one, and we just communicated well.
Okay, let's talk about the St. Paul's team a little bit. You guys are holding down the number 1 spot. You're 11-1-1. Last season, you guys made it to the semifinals, lost to NDP in the semifinals, a team you'd beaten during the regular season. This year, you returned all but 2 starters from that team. Talk to us a little bit about the makeup of this year's team and how things have just come together to get you guys, at 11-1-1 and on top in the area's top 15.
I think it started out with our 2 weeks. We've played a lot of teams, and really good teams, and we've just won, and so we're kind of on a high right now. And we just have to focus on keeping it together, and our team we come together really well, and our defense meshes really well, and our offense works really well together, and the midfield's really good.
Right. With all but 2 starters returning from last season, was it a goal for? Let's talk about what the goals were for the St. Paul's team this season with all but 2 starters returning.
Our only goal this season is to play on May 9th for the championship game.
That's the day of the IAMA Conference Championship game. And you guys right now, you're in a good position to be there. Lydia, let's talk a little about your play in goal. You're a sophomore. You started in goal last year. You feel like you've improved over last season. Talk to us about the steps that you've made to improve yourself as a goalie.
I play year-round, and I just have more confidence in myself on the field, and I feel that the team has more confidence in me. And I know how the teams play and girls to watch and stuff, and I don't think I was like that experienced last year.
Now you say you play year-round, but you also back in the fall you played soccer, played in the goal for a St. Paul's team. Only the 2nd year for the soccer program. Didn't win a lot of games. Talk to us about the learning experience for you guys, even though you weren't as successful in terms of wins and losses, but with a 2nd-year program, do you feel like you guys are sort of taking the next step to someday become a good program?
I think we are, because we've had 2 coaches, so that's been over the first 2 years. But the team's actually started to come together because we have the same returning people with new talent coming up from middle school. So I think in a couple of years it'll be good.
Okay. Now you got one more sport you're playing at St. Paul's. This one doesn't have a goalie position. You played basketball for a pretty good JV team. Your varsity team made it to the championship this year. Unfortunately lost in the championship. But your JV team, you guys are unbeaten in the IAAMB conference this season. Talk to us a little bit about your role on the basketball team.
I played inside, and I got a lot of rebounds, and we just had a lot of leaders, and the team worked really well together, and we were all really close, and it was like a lot of freshmen.
Are you hoping to make that step up to the varsity next season, maybe get them back in the championship again?
Hopefully.
Okay, all right, Lydia, thank you very much for being here on Replay. Good luck to you the rest of the season. Hopefully you guys will be playing on May 9th. All right, when we come back, we'll get back to our highlights with some of the area's top baseball and softball teams going at it, and a look at the area's standouts in this week's Penn Relay. So stay tuned. There's much more to come on the Replay Sun High School Sports Show.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on Camry, the #1 selling car in America again. Save with 1.9% APR financing or take $1,000 cash back from Toyota. Save on Solara hardtops with special financing or big cash back. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
People from all over America come to a hospital in Maryland to leave dialysis behind. A hospital where caring surgeons and nurses have led the world's most successful live donor kidney transplant program to a remarkable success rate. A hospital where videoscopic surgery allows loved ones and friends to donate easily and walk out in just a day or two. Who's leading the way to this new medical tomorrow? University of Maryland Medicine.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. So are great springtime bargains on thousands of Toyotas, including best-selling Highlanders. Get yours now with 1.9% APR financing up to 5 years. There's great springtime deals on 4Runners, on gas thrifty RAV4s, and full-size 8-passenger Sequoias. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
Tired of waiting in line? Then start banking online with Baltimore County Savings Bank. Visit baltcosavings.com, click the online banking link, and start paying bills, check account balances, transfer funds, and more, all from the convenience of your home, 24 hours a day. No checks to write, stamps to buy, or lines to wait in. So stop banking in line and start banking online when you come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank, FDIC insured.
In this week's For the Record, we offer a blast from the past as we look back at one of the most prolific scorers ever to play lacrosse in the state of Maryland. Centennial Sean Daugherty graduated last year after setting the school scoring record with 138 goals. He also holds the state record for goals scored in a championship game. Daugherty led the Eagles to the 2002 Class 2A title by scoring 9 goals in his team's victory over Southern of Anne Arundel County this year. Daugherty is a freshman playing for the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy.
That's incredible.
Yeah, pretty prolific scorer. Heading into last week, number 4 IND had a chance to solidify itself among the area's top 5 teams and mark itself as the team to beat in the IAMA conference with games against 2 top 15 teams expected to contend for the conference title. Tuesday, the Indians traveled from 5 Pilati for their first showdown, then took on number 15 John Carroll on Thursday.
The starter for Pilati, that young lady, Becky Zane Lottie, number 3. Now, they just lost to IND just a couple of weeks ago. We showed you that game. Now, Becky allowed just 2 base runners, both on errors. Steph Petrides tries to get on. Nice play from Kelly Smith to Joanne Ruddy.
Yeah, Jesse Vitak here had 2 hits, and IND scored 3 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, Becky faced the just 23 batters, 2 over the minimum for a 7-inning game. Colleen Mathis, though, almost as good. Pilati, 3rd, runner at 2nd. She gets the dangerous Ginny Hockey. Colleen Mathis struck out 8, gave up just 4 hits. She gave up 1 run, and this was it. Pilati 6, Kelly Smith, single to center, gets past the outfielders, and Christina Smith scores 1-0 Pilati.
Yeah, that run will be unearned, but it would be the only run of the game.
Boy, and it would be a big play. IND 7, Lindsay Lauder at 2nd, 1 out. Kim Proctor grounds to short. Look at the umpire. Stop play. Rules that Lauder interfered with shortstop Kelly Smith.
Yeah, and IND's Greg Ehrman is going to challenge that call, but the call is going to stand. IND left with runners at first and 2 outs.
And it would cost them because Becky Zane Lottie preserved the no-hitter. That's right, no-hitter on this play. Colleen Mathis, her pitching foe, pops up to Marisol Burns, number 6, and that's it. No-hitter for Becky Zane Lottie, 1-0 the final. Colleen Mathis picked pretty well herself in that game. Now, IND had to bounce right back. As Sam said, John Carroll, just a couple of days later, game played in East Baltimore, and this little guy is ready. Is that the next Cal Ripken?
A nice swing.
Nice cut. Good pitching matchup here. Angela DiBenetto of John Carroll, Colleen Mathis of IND. IND, a very productive first inning. Courtney O'Hara led off the game with a bunt single and scores here on Jesse Vitak's single, 1-0 IND.
And this is where Jesse Vitak had the 2 hits. IND scored 3 runs in the first inning.
2 batters later, Ashley Dennis just gets in and it has eyes right there. Jesse Vitok scores. It is 3-0 IND at this point. Now, Angela DiBenedetto settled in nicely in the second. She helps her own cause. And an easy inning right here for number 13.
Yeah, after the 3-run first, Angela did not allow another run.
And we hook up into a pretty good pitcher's duel. Unfortunately for her, neither did Colleen Mathis. In the fifth, Heather McCombs grounds to Mathis, and that's the end of that inning.
Yeah, in the fifth, 5 of the 7 innings, Colleen Mathis either ended an inning via strikeout or made the play herself.
It's amazing. Finally, in the sixth, John Carroll with the rally. Bridget Jester, tough play, beats it out. Casey Gayhart takes third. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. But Colleen Mathis gets out of it. Angela DiBenedetto. You see Bridget Jester at first. Benetto to Ashley Dennis to Steph Petrides to end the threat.
Colleen Mathis allowed just 3 hits and pitches a shutout.
Finally, in the seventh, IND up 4-0, a runner on. As you see, Greg Ehrman and the coaches talking to the players right there. Heather McCombs gets a good piece of it. Courtney O'Hara hauls it in for the final out, and a busy week, Sam, for IND ends in a split.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look at some other teams along with IND as part of the softball top 5 of the top 15. Look for number 2 Chesapeake to take over the number 1 spot. The Cougars went 3-0, knocking off 2 ranked teams, while number 1 Severna Park went 2-1, losing to number 3 North County. The Falcons did bounce back to beat number 5 Pilati 5-1 on Saturday. Number 3 North County went 2-1, beating number 12 Old Mill, along with number 1 Severna Park. Number 4 IND went 1-2. Also losing to unranked Westminster. Number 5 Pilati went 1-1 with the win over IND and that loss to Severna Park. No baseball action this week. We're going to take a look at the top 5 of the top 15 there. Number 1 Chesapeake had an awesome week, going 4-0, outscoring opponents by a combined score of 33-6 to improve to 12-0 on the season. Number 2 Calvert Hall also had a solid week as they go 3-0. Number 3 Mount St. Joe goes 2-0. Number 4 Severna Park started the week with a loss to unranked South River, but bounced back to win 2 games. Number 5 Arundel, 1 game, 1 win.
Penn relays were held this weekend in Philadelphia. They included several local high school runners, including Lauren Centrowitz of Broadneck High School. Now, back in February, we showed you Lauren winning the Class 4A state championship in the 1,500 meters. This is Lauren in front right here, setting a pretty good pace. Thursday in Philly, she finished second in one of the most prestigious high school meets of the year.
Yeah, Lauren's time was 4 minutes, 53.79 seconds, 4 seconds behind the winner, Virginia Sarah Bauman. Lauren's dad, Mark, is the track coach at American University and a 2-time Olympian and American record holder in the 5,000 meters. Hats off to Lauren Centrowitz in the 110th running of the Penn relays. Lauren Centrowitz, athlete of the year last year and athlete of the year this year. Good runner.
Tremendous runner. A lot of local athletes go up to the Penn relays. I think the coaches do a great job of getting those kids exposed to some of the best runners in the country. 110 years. What were you doing 110 years ago? Refereeing basketball.
I think I was running the Penn relays. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with some final thoughts.
That's a good line.
With today's low interest rates, there's never been a better time to come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. If you're buying or refinancing a home, no one makes it easier than the professionals at Baltimore County Savings Bank. We offer a variety of flexible mortgage plans designed for every need. Call today or log on to baltcosavings.com to check today's low rates. You'll get more from your home when you come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move. Or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Hi-ya! Those guys were fast as lightning.
Wherever you're going, you'll feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Spring is in the air, but but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on Corolla, the best-selling car in its class. Save now with 1.9% APR financing or $750 cash back from Toyota. Get great gas mileage, too. There's even special financing on Toyota's versatile Matrix. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
For game schedules, athlete of the week profiles, and anything else you want to know about high school sports, just check out the Sun's website at baltimoresun.com.
And if you have a sports question on your mind, there it is. All you have to do is email us at replay@baltimoresun.com. And in 2 weeks, join us for the first part of our two-part series on Archbishop Spalding basketball star Rudy Gay, the Rudy Gay Diary, 3 weeks in the life of a high school all-star. Interesting, huh? There you see Rudy right there. Of course, he spent last weekend down at the Jordan Capital Classic, Sam, and the latest in a long line. You brought up a great point last week.
Right.
Boy, Keith Booth and Quentin Daly.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Carmelo Anthony and Sam Cassell right now playing in the NBA playoffs against each other.
Reggie Williams, Muggsy Bogues, all those guys played in those all-star games, all excellent players.
Rudy, of course, going to UConn next year. You see him pulling up, hitting the jump shot right there. And again, that's the Rudy Gay Diary. We'll hear from Rudy and Mike Glick and everyone involved with this young man in just a couple of weeks. And speaking of stories that have an impact, your newspaper did a great job this week on the Broadneck football situation down in Cape St. Clair. If you haven't heard what's going on, Broadneck forced to forfeit their region championship and their Anne Arundel County championship because of an illegal player. Well, that illegal player, Sam, as you well know, was a guy who was young guy who didn't play much for the team, which is irrelevant, but he was really in a situation at home that was in a crisis situation.
Right.
Head coach Jeff Herrick was aware that he moved in with a friend of his and his parents and was under the impression that that had been taken care of from a legal situation in the office, but obviously it wasn't. Jeff was looking out for the kid's best interest when he made the move, and boy, it's a tough situation.
Oh, yeah, and it sounds very similar to the situation at Wild Lake High School back in the fall. It's a similar situation in that you had a kid who was sort of, in trouble. The decision was made to, wrong decision to change a grade to keep the kid eligible. Maybe there was another way to do it other than change a grade. But the point is, these aren't guys who are trying to get the star player eligible, the guy, the quarterback, the stud quarterback who's going to get you a championship. These are kids that maybe sometimes are just sitting at the end of the bench. You're talking about a coach who sees a kid in peril and says, hey, sports, football, this is the only way to keep this kid, keep his head on straight. I'm going to, maybe bend the rule a little bit to get him in there.
And this kid we're talking about at Broadneck was homeless. He had nowhere to go, and the Broadneck community collectively took him in, nurtured him, and now he's doing well in school. He's going to go to college. That's what Scholastic Sports is all about. To heck with the championships. That is all for us this week. Thanks to Sam. Thanks to our crew. We'll see you next week. Have a great week of sports, everyone.
Hello and welcome to the Replay Sun High School Sports Show. I'm Sam Davis of the Sun, and my co-host is Keith Mills, sports anchor here at ABC2. Keith, welcome to another exciting week of spring highlights.
Getting into the postseason here. We're getting ready to kind of go into the playoffs, and we got some real big softball matchups for you, including top-ranked Chesapeake from Anne Arundel County, featuring our female athlete of the week this week, Christy Herman. But first, your Toyota highlights, and we also have a big feature on Nick Adenhart from Williamsport High School. May go in the first round of the free agent baseball draft.
All right. So, and we begin with boys lacrosse in the area's #1 team Tuesday. Top-ranked Loyola beat number 12 Mount St. Joe 11-2 Friday. The Dons look to finish the week 2-0 as they travel to number 6 St. Mary's, a team that started the week tied with Calvert Hall for the last of 6 MIAA conference playoff spots.
Yeah, Loyola looking to win in Annapolis, and that is not easy. The Dons wearing the blue, Tim Paul, right out of the gate. Nice feed inside to Andrew Baird.
Yeah, nice start for Andrew Baird. Nice finish for Andrew Baird with 3 goals and 1 assist.
Goaltending the key in this one. Matt Antol tough in the nets for Loyola. Christian Patrick to Justin Snyder, but Antol with the save.
Yeah, you mentioned Antol tough in the net. 11 saves for Loyola. Jason Carter did a good job for St. Mary's with 9 saves.
Second quarter, Andrew Baird to Ben Rubior all alone. It's 5-1 Loyola at this point. 7-1 Dons at the half. Matt Hogan, former coach at the Naval Academy, trying to regroup his St. Mary's Saints, and they do. Rhett DePaul behind the net. St. Mary's back in it.
Yeah, only goal for Rhett DePaul. Christian Pastrick led St. Mary's with 3 goals.
Fourth quarter, St. Mary's again. Eric Rennie to Justin Snyder. Snyder with a shot past Matt Antol. 2 goals for Snyder. It's 8-6 Loyola and a brand new ball game, but Loyola holds them off. Ben Rubior with that goal.
Yeah, and Loyola goes on to win this game. Ben Rubior, 4 goals and 3 assists. Huge game for him.
Yeah, Loyola wins 11-8, and the Dons preserving that #1 ranking.
Yeah, and they're going to have to hold on to it because today they got a tough game against Boys Latin. They host them at 1 p.m. at Loyola. We're going to take a look here at the top 5 of the boys lacrosse top 15 poll. The top 2 teams will both go 2-0. Number 2 Boys Latin tops number 8-7 and number 12 St. Joe. Only 1 game for number 3 St. Paul's, and they go down to Calvert Hall 15-13 as the Cardinals, the defending league champs, keep their playoff hopes alive. The Cardinals also knocked off number 4 Gilman, which had a 1-1 week. Number 5 McDonough won both its games, beating number 8 Severn and number 13 Spalding. Once again, just a reminder, today at Loyola at 1 p.m. the number 1 Loyola Dons host number 2 Boys Latin. Let's take a look at our girls softball girls lacrosse poll. Highlights, no highlights this week, but you see how the top 15 fared. No losses among the top 5. Number 1 St. Paul's, number 2 Mount Auburn, number 3 CM Wright, and number 5 Seton Keogh all go 2-0. Number 4 Severn beat number 8 St. Mary's in its only game of the week. All right, on to baseball, heading into Friday's showdown with number 5 Old Mill. Number 4 Arundel had already won 3 games last week by a combined score of 33-6. The Wildcats and the Patriots both came in with 1 league loss in Anne Arundel County League play, part of a 3-way tie for first place with Chesapeake.
Yeah, Bernie Walter of Arundel, 9-time state champs. Mel Montgomery and Old Mill, 3-time state champs. Jeff Kosilniak to start for Old Mill, in trouble in the first. Joe Zimmerman at third with longtime third base coach Nick Joshnig. 1 out, Brian McCormick. Fly ball to left field. Joe Zimmerman scores 1-0 Arundel.
Yeah, Jeff Kosilniak allowed just 2 hits, struck out 5, walked just 1.
Jeff Fiegel the start for Arundel, just a little better. In the Old Mill first, Alec Buckholtz gives it a ride, and Joe Zimmerman, the center fielder, hauls it in.
Yeah, Jeff Fiegel also did a good job on the mound. Also allowed just 2 hits, struck out 7, also walked just 1, did not allow a run in this game.
And Jeff Fiegel also drove in Arundel's second run. In the third, Dustin Mitchell at second. Jeff Fiegel up the middle, that scores a run. Then, still 2-0, 1 out. Old Mill Sean Summers gives the Patriots some hope in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Sean Summers had both hits for Old Mill, but the pitcher's duel ends with a double play.
Here it is, Jeff Fiegel to Mike Broccolino. Dustin Mitchell, the shortstop, steps on second. Nice scoop by Chris Withruch of Arundel, and Arundel wins 2-0. Jeff Fiegel's 2-hit shutout, the difference.
Yeah, Arundel improves to 15-1 overall. Old Mill now at 11-4. Tuesday at Mount Hebron, 2 of the 3 Howard County teams ranked among the area's top 15 met in a pivotal matchup as 3 teams jockey for first place in the league. Number 12 Centennial came into the game 10-2 overall and 9-0 in Howard County League play. Mount Hebron came in at 9-2 overall and 7-2 in the county.
Yeah, this game played at Mount Hebron. Gray, dark skies, and sure enough, it rained for much of this game. You see the fans with the umbrellas. Jonathan Ragland, the start for Mount Hebron. In the Centennial second, Scott Swanson singled. And Austin Harklerode, the outfielders want a ground rule double. The umpires say it's a home run. It is a home run. 2-0 Centennial.
Yeah, Austin Harklerode, one of several freshmen on the Eagles varsity, first home run on an 0-2 count.
Now the Eagles add 1 more run. Owen Dresser singled, Mike Lance singled, and Alex Becht's ground out scored a run. It's 3-0 Centennial. That's Mike Lance's single right there. So after the inning, it's 3-0 Eagles. Jonathan Dubsky, the start for Centennial. Hebron third. He helps himself. Kind of self-preservation on Kevin Lambert's line drive.
Yeah, Jonathan Dubsky allowed just 2 hits, pitched all 7 innings, did not allow an earned run.
Yeah, he had a no-hitter into the 5th. A strikeout here to end the 3rd, and Dubsky on his game.
Yeah, and not just today. Jonathan has not allowed an earned run in 30 innings in Howard County competition this season.
Mount Hebron finally ends the shutout in the 6th. You see Jeff Carr at 3rd, Kevin Lambert at 2nd, and this slow chopper in front of the mound, Dubsky fields it. Whether it was a wet ball or not, he throws it away. 2 runs scored, and it's a brand new ball game. 3-2 Centennial.
Yeah, Kevin Lambert of Mount Hebron had the first hit. Jordan Moore, the only other hit for the Vikings on the day.
In the 7th, it was 4-2 Centennial. The tying run at the plate, 2 outs. Jonathan Dubsky ends it with a fly ball to right field, and Centennial wins 4-2, and the Eagles stay unbeaten in Harford County.
Yes, Centennial improves to 10-0 in county play, 11-2 overall. Mount Hebron now 9-3 overall. A quick look at the top 5 of the baseball top 15. Every team in the top 5 suffered 1 loss except number 4 Rundle. So Coach Bernie Walter and his crew with a 15-1 record can make a strong case to take over the top spot. Number 1 Chesapeake went 2-1 with a loss to number 5 Old Mill. Number 2 Calvert Hall went 2-1 with a loss to number 9 Spalding. Number 3 St. Joe went 1-1 with a loss to unranked Gilman. And number 5 Old Mill went 1-1 with just the loss you just saw there to number 4 Arundel. All right, still much more to come here on the Replay Sun High School Sports Show. Up next, our Athletes of the Week, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your Toyota dealer, where 17 different models mean more choice and better value. Get the feeling, Toyota.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on Camry, the #1 selling car in America again. Save with 1.9% APR financing or take $1,000 cash back from Toyota. Save on Solara hardtops with special financing or big cash back. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
At the University of Maryland Medical Center, acclaimed neurologists and neurosurgeons are treating advanced Parkinson's disease with a revolutionary new procedure. In the operating room of the future, surgeons will navigate the deepest regions of the brain to provide major symptom relief with minimum side effects. Soon it will happen here, where the future of medicine is just around the corner. University of Maryland Medicine, the miracle of it all.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Hiya! Those guts were fast as lightning.
Wherever you're going, you'll feel really good riding with Geico.
Everybody was kung fu.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move. Or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
Let's meet this week's Athletes of the Week. This week's female athlete of the week is Christy Herman of Chesapeake of Anne Arundel County. Last week, Christy went 3-0 to lead the Cougars to the #1 ranking in the area. Monday, Christy gave an impressive performance against defending Class 4A champ North County, retiring 9 batters to protect a 1-run lead for the victory. This week's male athlete of the week is Aaron Gabrielin of Century. Last week, Aaron led his team to big wins over North Carroll and Winners Mill. He went 9 for 9 with 4 home runs and 4 doubles, drove in 11 runs, and scored 7 times. Congratulations, Christy and Aaron, and to both of you, welcome to Replay.
Thank you.
All right, Christy, we're going to start with you, and let's talk about you and Chesapeake softball. Let's talk about the week you had. Great week. You go 3-0. You beat 2 ranked teams, North County and Northeast. You only gave up 2 earned runs. You struck out 33 walks, over 18 innings. Just a great week for you. Talk to us a little bit about that week and the opponents and just how you guys went into that week.
All right, well, when you wake up on a Monday morning that you have to play Northeast, North County, and then Broadneck, you just got to love softball. And my one goal was just to, take one game at a time. And with great defense behind me and awesome hitting, you got it, and the results are, positive.
Now, the teams you mentioned there, obviously Northeast, North County, and Broadneck. North County sort of sticks out for you guys. Yeah. They won the state title last year. You talked a little earlier about that. That team has been your nemesis. You sort of got a leg up on them right now. But talk to us about this little rivalry you got going with North County and what it means.
Of course, like you said, there are defending, state champs, and they've won for the past 2 years, and we don't want that to happen again because, it's our turn, right? But, we need a lot of support from our friends and family and faith and helps at all that. But also, like our coaches, have been there for us. Don Ellenberger, Mr. Owens, Mr. Collins, and of course, especially I give a great support to Mr. Thomas and my father, because they've been there a lot for me.
Okay, great. Let's talk about the Chesapeake team this season. You guys are 14-2. You're holding down the #1 ranking right now. You returned 5 players from last season's team.
That's right, yeah.
Tell us what the key has been to you guys rising to the top of the poll and putting together this 14-2 record.
Well, basically when we go to practice is we work on hitting, because last year, our hitting was there, but this year it's here so much better, and our defense is great. We had everyone diving for balls. It's fantastic, and it's like as soon as I hear the crack of the bat, I don't even have to turn around because someone already caught the ball, and it's just like, And my coaches always tell me, if you let them hit it, our defense will feel it, and that's exactly what's going on.
Okay, talk to us a little bit more about your role as the pitcher. You were talking a little bit earlier about you had to kind of calm yourself down a little bit and trust your defense.
Yeah, well, my coaches always say, you don't got to strike every person out. I mean, not saying I can, but it's just, he said if you just, again, you let them hit it.
Trust your defense.
Yeah, and you got great defense. I got Megan Hickman at second base, Trace Dalen diving for balls, and you got Brittany Owen with a great arm, and then you have Danielle Gibson who would dive for every ball. Whether it's just if it's way over her head, she will jump as high as she can, and she'll catch it. And it's just like then you got my outfield. We probably have the fastest outfield I believe in the state.
Really? So look, you got a great group behind you.
Yeah, Santoni and all them. Yeah.
One last question for you, Christy. You started this week 10-1. You guys went 3-1, so obviously you've improved on their record. But you started this week 10-1 with an 0.99 ERA, 85 strikeouts. You're a senior. Where do you go from here?
Right now I'm planning to go play at Anne Arundel Community College, and then from there, I'm not sure exactly where I want to go, but I'd like to play at University of Maryland, and then that would probably be that'd be it from there.
Christy, thank you for being here. On to you, Aaron, and let's talk about Century and that baseball program there. Only in its second year. You had a great week, 9 for 9, 4 home runs, 4 doubles, 11 RBIs, 7 runs. You found your stroke, which you said you've been struggling to find this season. Talk to us about how you found it.
Well, like you said, in the beginning of the year, I was pressing a little bit, trying too hard. But at the beginning of the week, I just kind of told myself just to relax, and I know I can hit, and just trust myself, and it was a good week.
Big wins over North Carolina and Winners Mill. Now that helped you guys get your record to 6-6, which on paper some people might look at and say, that's not that great. But when you consider you only won 2 games last season, again, you're only in your second varsity season at Century School. It's only 3 years old right now. Yeah, only in your second varsity season. Do you see improvement in what you guys are doing?
Yeah, we've improved a lot from last year, and still this year we've improved on every game, and we just keep growing.
Now, obviously, they got you, who's you're one of the key players there. Talk to us about a couple other of the key players on the team.
We got a real good pitcher, probably one of the best pitchers in the county and the state, and Jimmy Mudgett. And we got some good hitters, too. We got a sophomore, Steve Rice, and Scott Epling, who's a second baseman, who's our #2 hitter. And we got a leadoff hitter, Bubby Donovan, who he's got some power. He's got some 3 home runs this year.
And we mentioned this is only the 3rd year that Century has been in existence. But you guys, the soccer teams at Century, has sort of put you on the map. The girls, won titles in the first year they were playing, and the second year they were playing, and the boys won a state title back last fall. They putting any pressure on you guys to try to do the same?
Well, we hear about it a lot. Like, state champs. Well, they brag about it. Yeah, we get some grief, but I think we can hold up our end of the bargain.
Now, you're a junior. You got 1 more year. Do you feel like this Century program, the baseball program, is building to something special for your senior year in terms of, like I said, just the 2 wins last year when you were sophomore? So far, 6 wins this season. You got a few games left. Do you feel like next year you can kind of turn the corner?
Yeah, actually, we don't lose any of our pitching. We keep all 5 of our starting pitchers.
Which so you should have a pretty experienced squad coming back.
Yeah, and we got some good hitters coming back, and we just got a few holes to fill, but I think with experience, and we still got some good players, so I think we'll be all right.
Great. Aaron Gabrielian, Christy Herman, thank you both for being here on Replay.
Thank you.
All right. When we come back, we'll get back to our highlights with some of the area's top baseball and softball teams, so stay tuned. There's much more to come here on the Replay Sun High School Sports Show.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on hundreds of tough Tacomas, including double cabs. Save with 1.9% APR financing or get $750 cash back from Toyota. Get the same special financing or $1,000 cash back on any Tundra regular cab or access cab. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
This is the operating room of the future at the University of Maryland Medical Center, where renowned surgeons are working with leading technology companies to bring medicine into the 21st century. Here, the largest of heart surgeries are being performed through the smallest of holes. Doctors are performing cardiac microsurgeries once thought impossible. And it's all happening here, where the future of medicine is just around the corner. University of Maryland Medicine, the miracle of it all.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. And so are customer choice savings on Corolla, the best-selling car in its class. Save now with 1.9% APR financing or $750 cash back from Toyota. Get great gas mileage, too. There's even special financing on Toyota's versatile Matrix. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
With today's low interest rates, there's never been a better time to come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank for a fixed-rate home equity loan, for a line of credit, pay off high-interest credit cards, make home improvements, or pay for college tuition. Baltimore County Savings Bank makes the application and settlement for your home equity loan quick and easy. Call or visit baltcosavings.com for today's low rates. You'll get more from your home when you come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
We've got a sister act in this week's For the Record. On April 22nd, Delaney freshman softball pitcher Katie Malter threw a perfect game in an 18-0 win over Milford Mill. The very next day, her big sister Sarah Malter, a sophomore, pitched a perfect game in a 12-0 victory over Dundalk. Congratulations to both the Malter sisters on the double perfecto.
That's incredible.
Isn't that great?
Parents have to pay out a lot on that bad boy, let me tell you.
All right, back to our highlights in softball. Thursday at Severna Park, two of Anne Arundel County's softball teams that hold down the top 3 spots and the top 15 poll met in another pivotal matchup. Chesapeake came in at 12-2 overall and 9-1 in county league play, while Severna Park came in at 13-1 overall and 9-1 in the county.
Yeah, Severna Park coach Jeff Shepard and ace pitcher Kayla Jenkins. Bottom 4th, Christy Herman, you just saw her pitching for Chesapeake, helped out by 2 great defensive plays. First, Kristen Wojciechowicz, robbed by Emily Bowling.
Yeah, game loaded with great defensive plays. Emily Bowling's the first of many.
That's a sweet play. Same inning, Jen Wiley of Severna Park versus Kristen. Megan Hickman with a nice play.
Yeah, Kristen Herman allowed just 1 hit in this game. It came in the 6th inning.
Alyssa Warko against Kristen. Line drive past Megan Hickman. That's the first hit and only hit. Kristen Herman buckles down and gets out of the inning. And then later, more great defense behind Kristen. Kristen Wojciechowicz again robbed by Megan Hickman.
Yeah, Kristen was in here. It was athlete of the week talking about what great defense she had behind it. Chesapeake scored the only run of the game in the 1st inning and made that run stand up.
Jen Wiley. Now, Brittany Owen makes a nice catch, and Chesapeake wins 1-0. Later, Don Ellenberger talked about Christy Herman and the Cougars' big win.
Christy adjusted to it and finally just basically took control of the game. We made the plays behind her. She's learned that she doesn't have to strike everybody out in order for us to be successful. And, you know, it was a great effort all around. We scraped for the run in the 1st inning, and this is the first time we've held it for, you know, a 1-0 win. So tremendous effort.
No matter who you play in Anne Arundel County, it's a tough game.
They're all tough.
It is
like
tough.
I said, the three top teams are from Anne Arundel County, and there are about 4 or 5 others in that top 15 poll. Okay, more softball Friday at Fairlane Regional Park. Number 5, Pilati, was looking to continue to distance itself from the rest of the teams in the IAAMA conference. Earlier in the week, Pilati cruised by unranked league opponent Mercy and Seton Keel by a combined score of 17-2. Friday, only number 4 Mount DeSale stood between Pilati and a 3-0 week.
Yeah, Sam said this game played in Prince George's County features a good pitching matchup. Becky Zane-Lottie, a no-hitter last week versus IND. Sophomore Lauren O'Malley, player of the week 2 weeks ago. And the niece of Sun reporter Pat O'Malley.
I knew there was some
baby.
talent in that family
Mount
somewhere.
DeSale's first. Becky Zane-Lottie to Aaron Brady. Hits her in her right wrist right there.
Yeah, Aaron, the daughter of Annapolis High boys and girls basketball coach John Brady, had to lead the game. That's a big loss, too, for the Sailors.
She eventually came back, but not until later, seeing the obvious pain. Meanwhile, Pilati chipped away in the first. Kelly Smith single. Kristen Fusco scores 1-0 Pilati.
Yeah, that's one of 7 hits for Pilati, 2 each by Kelly Smith and Christina Smith.
Pilati adds 3 more runs in the second. 2 on, 1 out. Christina Smith with a Smash to center field. A double scores 2 runs. Kristen Fusco and Katie Donovan score, and it's 4-0 Pilati as Christina Smith goes into second base, I should say. In the 4th, Pilati threatening again. Lauren O'Malley makes a nice play, though, flips to Sophie Gates to end that threat with 2 on and 2 out.
Yeah, Lauren O'Malley allowed 7 hits. Mount the Sales did make 2 costly errors, though.
Meanwhile, Becky Zane-Lottie settled in the 5th, gets Jamie Zinkan here to end the inning.
Becky allowed just 3 hits, struck out 4. Her defense played errorless softball.
In the 6th, Pilati adds 1 more. Christina Smith, single to center. Kristen Fusco scores again, and Pilati goes on to win. And as you say, Sam, finished the week at 3-0.
Yeah, good week for them. And we're going to take a look at the rest of the top 5 of the girls' softball top 15. The area's two top teams both suffered losses last week. Number 1, Chesapeake went 3-1, but got surprised by number 13, Old Mill, 2-1. Number 2, North County started the week with a loss to unranked Glen Burnie, but finished with 2 wins for a 2-1 week. Number 3, Savannah Park, and number 5, Pilati both go 3-0, and number 4, Boston goes 2-0 with 2-4-0 wins.
Now, Baltimore has long been a fertile area for high school baseball pitchers. Tommy Phoebus, Johnny Miller, Moose Haas, Gavin Floyd just a couple of years ago. Well, this year the Scouts have been turning out in big numbers at Williamsport High School just outside Hagerstown. That's where Nick Aidenhart has been throwing his 90-mile-an-hour fastball past opposing hitters. Nick's a senior who's expected to be a first-round selection in the upcoming baseball draft.
Thought through all the possibilities pretty much, and the way I see it, I can't lose. I mean, I come out on top either way.
And you can call Nick Aidenhart a can't-miss prospect. The 6'4", 190-pound senior will likely be a first-round draft pick in the upcoming June draft. When did you realize that there might be a professional future for you?
I guess there was a showcase in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where I guess I was 14 at the time, and I went and threw, and I mean, I know I was pretty good, but I mean, I was just going to go, and when a lot of, I guess, letters started coming after that, I guess I realized that I was a little above average.
Nick's rise to national prominence actually began here at the Southern Maryland Baseball School, held every winter at Arundel High School, run by local scout Jerry Wargo. Last summer, he played for the Maryland Orioles, coached by Oriole scout Dean Albany, and wore the Baltimore uniform in a series of select amateur tournaments sponsored by the Orioles. It's the same road taken by former St. Joe standout Gavin Floyd. In the 2001 draft, Gavin was taken with the 4th pick of the first round by the Phillies. Now he's pitching for the Phils Class AA team in Reading, Pennsylvania. 2 years ago, Nick was named Maryland's Player of the Year as a junior at Williamsport High School. Last year, he was named National Youth Player of the Year by Baseball America. Jerry Wargo calls the 2 right-handers near clones.
They're both very intelligent. They work hard at the game. They can not only play baseball, but they can go get their education in college. They have it both. Good SATs, good grades, plus they can play baseball.
Nick has already signed to play next year at North Carolina. He earned 1240 on his SATs and is an honor student, and like Gavin Floyd, knows the importance of an education. But a first-round pick these days means bucks, big bucks, and Nick and his family know it. How have you put all this in perspective?
Well, they always make sure I know what's important, and as far like keeping school in mind, you just do the best you can when you have the opportunity, and making money at the game is only something that comes later, and that's a bonus.
But you are aware that it might be that bonus?
Oh, I'm very aware.
I don't know anyone that wouldn't be aware of it. Nick played in the Aflac Baseball All-Star Game last year. This year's game will be played at Ripken Stadium in Aberdeen. The last junior to be named Gatorade Player of the Year in Maryland, Mark Teixeira, who was drafted right after Gavin, now playing with
He's done pretty well for himself, hasn't he?
So Nick's in some good company.
Yeah,
and Rock Erica Botko of your paper will have a piece on Nick coming out this week, maybe as early as tomorrow.
That's right.
So
It should be a real nice job. Check out a copy of the Sun or check it out on BaltimoreSun.com.
Absolutely. Nick's stepdad, Dwayne, his father, and his mom really done a good job of keeping his feet on the ground. Not a bad option. North Carolina down at Chapel Hill with a 1240 SAT or a pro baseball contract where he's going to make anywhere from $500,000 to $1.5 million, depending on where he's drafted. So
got a tough decision
Ron Shapiro will likely be his agent. Stick around. Sam and I will have some final thoughts when we come back.
A new car, a new home, or even a new beginning. At Baltimore County Savings Bank, we can help you make it happen. With today's low interest rates, now is the time to come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. Whether it's a car, boat, home improvement, or home equity line of credit, Baltimore County Savings Bank makes the application and settlement for your loan quick and easy. Call us or visit baltcosavings.com for today's low rates. Baltimore County Savings Bank, FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the Sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move, or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
Over 8 million drivers feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Spring is in the air, but the biggest springtime inventory of new Toyotas is on the ground at your Toyota dealer. So are great springtime bargains on thousands of Toyotas, including best-selling Highlanders. Get yours now with 1.9% APR financing up to 5 years. There's great springtime deals on 4Runners, on gas thrifty RAV4s, and full-size 8-passenger Sequoias. Spring is in the air at Toyota, and that means big savings. Don't miss it.
For game schedules, athlete of the week profiles, and anything else you want to know about high school sports, just check out the Sun's website at baltimoresun.com.
And if you have a sports question on your mind, all you have to do is email us at replay@baltimoresun.com.
All right, and next week, join us for the first part of our two-part series on Spalding basketball star Rudy Gay, the Suns' 2004 Co-Player of the Year, the Rudy Gay Diary, 3 weeks, and the life of a high school all-star.
There you go.
All right, thanks for joining us. That's it for this week's edition of the Replay Sun High School Sports Show. We'll see you next week.
Comfortable. Meanwhile, on the 4th floor.
When?
20 minutes ago.
An internet worm.
And a sneaky one, too. Came from the inside.
But the guys from IT said we're safe.
It was caught by the network, automatically. They say we're fine.
How does something like that get in here?
Hey, Daddy, I downloaded a new game on your computer. It's really cool.
Protecting networks and everyone around them. This is the power of the network. Now.
So many different people, so many different needs, yet they're all hoping for their piece of the American dream. Who's there to watch out for their best interests, to work with Congress on homeowners' rights, to give everyone the same opportunity to own a home? To serve everybody would take a small army, wouldn't it? The National Association of Realtors has 1 million members, and we're doing everything in our power to help all Americans realize their dream.
If you ran an oil company, what would it be like?
Well, the lobby would be fabulous. Let's see. I don't think that I would keep it to just oil. I think that I would be an energy company and be really looking at all different sources of energy.
This lazy moment has been brought to you by Cialis. Talk to your doctor today to find out if a free sample of Cialis is right for you. Cialis is here. Are you ready?
For the latest video highlights, log on to America Online, keyword ABC News.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source.
The pressure is rising as the NBA playoffs continue on ABC.
Duncan and the Spurs are up 2-0 against Shaq and the Lakers. The series is on the line in a pivotal Game 3. Today at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Susquehanna Bank.
I considered naming him Nightmare or Trouble, but I settled on Cash because that's what he's cost me. Thousands of dollars in damage. I've got a Susquehanna Bank home equity line of credit, so I'm able to fix and replace everything. As for Cash, he's an obedience school. I think we've got the problem licked now.
A more personal way to bank. Susquehanna Bank.
Her backyard is a mountain. Her front yard, a beach. Her hospitality, second to none. Your whole family will love her, and she invites you to stay as long as you like. Meet Virginia. For a free Virginia is for Lovers travel guide and the vacation your whole family deserves, call today.
You're watching ABC2 Baltimore.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Replay Sun High School Sports Show. I'm Sam Davis of the Sun, and with me my co-host Keith Mills, the man who will lead us through some exciting spring highlights again this week. Keith,
Through the
take it away.
wilderness. A lot of great games. Boys, girls lacrosse, got some interesting baseball, softball matchups, semifinal girls lacrosse matchups. Plus, we introduced you to Mr. Nice in the first part of our Rudy Gay Diary. But first, your Toyota highlights.
Yeah, okay, and this week got off to a rough start for number 3 Mount St. Joe's baseball team when unranked McDonough surprised the Gales with a 6-3 win on Tuesday, but the Gales bounced back on Wednesday with a 16-2 win over Gibbons, and on Friday they had a chance to finish the week 2-1, taking on number 7 Spalding, the team trying to reach the A-Conference playoffs for the first time since 1992.
Yeah, game played at Mount St. Joe. Dave Norton's Gales ranked number 3, hoping to wrap up a playoff bye, but Spalding looking, as Sam said, for that first A-Conference playoff berth. David Parks, the start for St. Joe. This is Drew Porter. Actually, this is Justin Berry. Porter is at second. Perry singles. Porter gets the green light and scores. It's 3-2 Spalding.
Yeah, big game for Justin Perry. He had 3 hits, including a first-inning double, 2 big RBIs.
2 batters later, Andrew Gurmuth grounded to short. Look at the hop it takes over Stevie Clevenger's head. Justin Perry gets the green light. He comes hard and scores easily.
Yeah, and the inning's still not over. That brings up Andy Ashburn versus David Park. 2 on, 2 out.
Ashburn gets a pitch. He drives to right field. Now, Bobby Scheck is trying to score. Watch catcher Joe Remedi of St. Joe. Great scoop and tag, and you are out.
Smooth
End of
play.
inning. It really, Sam, kind of kept the game close with Spalding up 4-2. Bobby Scheck says,
He's a little
hey,
disappointed.
I gave it a shot. Dan Palumbo, number 19, start for Spalding. Bottom 5th. St. Joe runners at 2nd and 3rd. Stevie Clevenger, number 11. One of the state's best players with a fielder's choice, Matt Stasso, scores at 4-3.
Yeah, that would be it for Palumbo. He was replaced by Miller and Andrew Gummerth here.
Yeah, Rick Miller pulls him. And then Gurmuth comes in right here, number 4. Earlier in the year, he was unhittable for Spalding, and he is again. This is Brandon Floyd. His brother Gavin, that number 1 draft pick for the Phillies a couple of years ago. Well, Brennan taps out to end that threat right there.
Andrew Gurmuth pitched a no-hitter earlier this year, and he shuts the door on the Gales right here.
And he does it again in the 7th. Some anxious moments. 2 on, 2 out. Clevenger again the battle. He's hitting about 500 this year with runners in scoring position. But Bobby Scheck, remember the guy got thrown out where he ends the game with a ground ball? Spalding wins 4-3. Close to clinching their first playoff.
Yeah, Spalding now 18-6, St. Joe 19-5. Both of those teams still battling for the top spot in the MIAA conference. Thursday at CM Wright, 2 Harford County teams ranked among the top 15 met. Number 3 CM Wright hosted number 9 Bel Air with a shot at the Upper Chesapeake Bay Athletic Conference Championship game on the line. A week earlier, Bel Air beat CM Wright 5-3.
Yeah, Bel Air ranked number 9, coached by John Swanson, has his team together there. CM Wright in the blue, ranked number 10. Bel Air wasted little time in scoring. First inning, Steve Slubecker at 3rd, Adam Berry at 2nd, Brett Spivey rips to right center, Slubecker and Andrew Berry score. It's 2-0 at this point. I should have said Andrew. Andrew and Adam are twin brothers.
Start of a good day for Brett Spivey. 3 hits, double, triple, and 3 runs batted in.
Jorgen Eliason, the start on his game for Bel Air. First inning, Mustangs with a man on. Fly ball to center fielder Andrew Berry, and that ends the inning. And I'll tell you a little bit about Andrew and Adam a little bit later.
Okay.
Interesting note.
Yeah, Jordan Eliason there, complete game two-hitter, also hit one of Bel Air's 2 home runs in this game.
This is Andrew Berry, shot to center field. Nick Keepa scores, and here comes Andrew. And he does not stop until he gets a home run for Bel Air.
Yeah, Andrew Berry, 2 hits in this game, 2 runs scored. This home run, his twin brother Adam also had a big day.
And they are the sons of our boss, general manager Drew Berry.
So we're getting a raise.
We covered that bad boy. Spot him second. See him right back in it. Steve Flaherty, 2 runs scored, but that was it for the Mustang offense.
Yeah, Steve Flaherty with only 2 runs batted in for CM Wright. Mustangs held to 6 hits.
John Swanson's Bobcats up 6-2 heading into the 7th. Score 7 runs to put it away. Dan Blewett to center. Adam Berry and Steve Slubecker score. It's 10-2 Bel Air.
Dan Blewett 2 hits, including this triple, and 2 runs batted in.
And then Adam Berry with the single. Blewett scores, Adam 2 hits and an RBI, and Bel Air wins 13-2 to earn a berth in the conference championship.
Yeah, they'll take on Hartford Tech on Wednesday. We're going to take a look here at the baseball top 5 of the top 15. Number 1 Chesapeake won both its games, and number 5 Ole Mill won its lone game. But the rest of the top 5 all suffered at least 1 loss. Number 2 Calvert Hall lost to unranked McDonough. Tough week for number 3 St. Joe. We talked about that earlier. They lose twice in 3 games. Also fallen to unranked McDonough as well. Number 7 as to number 7 Spalding. Number 4 Rundle started the week with a loss to number 11 Savannah Park, but bounced back to beat unranked North County. Okay, 2 teams in Carroll County are ranked among the top 15. And girls softball Tuesday night at Westminster, they met with the county title on the line. Number 8 North Carroll had won the last 3 county titles and had lost just 1 league game this season. But number 8 Westminster came in unbeaten at 13-0 overall and 7-0 in Carroll County play.
If this game played at Westminster, 4th inning, North Carroll up 1-0. Stacy Davis to Nicole Augustine. Sack fly, scores Mandy Pickert. The courtesy runner slides in. It's 2-0 North Carroll. Bottom 4th, Westminster comes right back. Jessica Smith, the North Carroll pitcher, to Amanda Laporta. The bunt, the bad throw. And Stacy Davis scores all the way from first. She gets the green light from third and scores. Amanda Laporta takes second.
Yeah, that was the only North Carroll error in the game. It led to a 2-run inning, though, that tied the game.
2 outs later, Nikki Weddelsberger. The ball stays in the infield, and Amanda Laporta scores from second. Number 15 right there, number 16, I should say, ties the game at 2. In the 5th, Westminster takes the lead. Controversial play. Christine Simmers, did she interfere with Allie Honkowski? Well, you tell us.
Yeah, North Carroll coach Lloyd Fox, he tried to claim interference, that Simmers interfered with Honkowski there, but the play stands as called.
And that sets up this play. You see, again, Lloyd Fox. The umpire listened to him. Got to give him credit for that. Stephanie Gerber, low liner. Allie Honkowski traps it. Gerber reaches, and Christine Simmers scores on that play. Would be the winning run.
Yeah, and that was all Stacy Davis needed. She gives up 4 hits and strikes out 8 to close out the victory.
Westminster wins 3-2, dethrones North Carroll as Carroll County champions.
And we're going to take a look here at the top 5 of the girls softball top 15. Only 1 game reported this week for number 1 Chesapeake, and that was a 5-4 loss to number 5 North County. Number 2 Savannah Park started the week with a loss to number 10 Northeast, but the Falcons rebounded with 2 wins for a 2-1 week. Number 3 Falcon continues to cruise in Hartford County, winning 2 games and improving to 15-1. Overall, big week for number 4 Pilati as they go 4-0. Number 5 North County goes 1-1 with the win over Chesapeake and a loss to Northeast.
Good job. A lot of lacrosse coming up later in the show, and you'll talk to Jess Adams.
That's right. Yes, still much more to come on the Replay Sun High School Sports Show, including Jess Adams one of this week's athletes of the week. So stay tuned.
Brought to you by your Toyota dealer, where 17 different models mean more choice and better value. Get the feeling, Toyota.
There are 39 reasons to buy a Toyota truck. Reason 16, Tundra has more standard V8 torque than any other full-size pickup. Reason 26, large 4-piston caliper front disc brakes for greater stopping power. Reason number 10, Tundra is rated a best buy in Consumer's Digest magazine. Reason 1, for utility comfort and value, you can't beat Toyota's legendary quality and toughness. There are lots of reasons to buy a Tundra right now. This has only been a few of them. See your Toyota dealer and find the one that's best for you.
There's a hospital in Maryland where in 1920, doctors first showed the world surgery could be performed on the heart. A hospital whose pioneering excellence continues today, with doctors developing advanced videoscopic procedures to reduce pain and recovery time. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Welcome back. I'm here in this 19th century Victorian with new owners Mike and Shannon Boyd. Hi, Ted.
We just fell in love with its charm.
Yeah, it's charming. Unfortunately, the roof leaks, the foundation is crumbling, and there's significant termite damage. But I do have good news. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Hey, we need to talk about your electrical. Oh, whoa, yeah, we're going to want to fix that.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the Sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move. Or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
Let's meet this week's Athletes of the Week. This week's female athlete of the week is Severn lacrosse player Jess Adams. Jess is a senior midfielder who recently led her team to 2 victories and the 2nd seed in the Interscholastic Athletic Association of Maryland A Conference tournament. Jess leads the Admirals with 40 goals and 48 assists. She paces the team in ground balls and ranks high in draw controls and cause turnovers. This week's male athlete of the week is Hammond baseball player Nick Purdy. Recently, the senior left-handed pitcher required just 73 pitches to throw a perfect game against Appleton. This is only the 3rd perfect game in Howard County history and the 1st since Steve Johnson of Gwinnell did it in 1990. Purdy struck out 7 in a 10-0 victory. He went to a 3-ball count on just 2 batters. He also went 2 for 4 with 4 RBI. Congratulations to Jess and Nick. Unfortunately, Nick could not be with us today, but we are happy to have Jess here with us. Jess, welcome to Replay.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations, too.
Thank you very much.
Jess, let's talk about this, the season for Severn lacrosse. Let's start with the St. Mary's Mount DeSales wins, that big week you guys had that secured that number 2 seed for you. You said you guys knew going into that week what you needed to accomplish to do it. You did it. Talk to us about the experience and just sort of the mindset of yourself with the 5 goals and 5 assists in those 2 games.
Well, going into the week, we knew we had to secure 2 wins to get a number 2 seed in the playoffs, so we could have home field advantage up until the playoffs. And St. Mary's Severn is always a big game, so we knew how we had to prepare for that and then carry that momentum into Mount DeSales, which would carry that into the playoffs as well.
All right. Now, you secured that number 2 seed. Unfortunately, you won a quarterfinal game, made it to the semifinals, but unfortunately you lost 6-5 to Roland Park, and finished the season. It's pretty good. I mean, you know, considering what you guys started with, you lost quite a few starters from last year. You returned about 5 or 6 regular players. But you say that you guys aren't, you know, even though you lost in that semifinal, it's not a disappointing finish to the season for us. Just talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I think after the loss, we were able to look over going out of the season with a loss and not making it to the championships and realize that we had so many other great things that happened this season. We came so far as a team and just really played well together and meshed well.
Yeah, I mean, a 1-point goal in the semifinal is nothing to be sad about, certainly. Jess, also now last summer you were part of a really special team, the U.S. Under-19 World Championship team. They played us at Towson. You guys won it. Talk to us about that experience and playing these teams from other countries.
It was definitely unbelievable, once-in-a-lifetime thing. Playing teams all over the country, all over the world, that basically have the same passion and love for the game as people around here. It was a great experience to share with everyone close to you and also far away.
Right, and you talk about passion and love for the game. What I find pretty remarkable, despite all you're doing as a lacrosse player with the high school team and the under-19 team, you were still playing 2 other sports at Severn. Back in the fall, you were all-Metro field hockey player, and in the winter, you helped the basketball team win the B-Conference championship. Take us back to the fall and talk to us about your role on that field hockey team where you earned all Metro honors and they made it to the IAAM quarterfinals.
Well, as playing midfield on the field hockey team and field hockey being such a team sport, I basically just did whatever I could to help the team and just, you know, push to do well. And I think we really had a great season in that. And then as far as basketball, I just didn't want to leave Severn without getting to a championship, and basically I just did whatever I could on the court to get the ball. While I wasn't the best shooter, I just tried to get the job done for my team, really.
Well, obviously lacrosse is your #1 love. You've committed to Duke University. You're going to play lacrosse there. Talk to us about the Duke program and why you chose that program.
When I was looking at colleges, I really had no clue where I wanted to go, and after looking all over the place and finally narrowing it down to a couple schools, Duke was where I could see myself fitting in the best. It had the balance that I was looking for between athletics and academics and the environment, and I could just see myself fitting in very well in that atmosphere.
Right, and we're coming towards the end of the college season as well as the high school season. How's Duke been doing so far this year?
They've been doing pretty well. They will play in the end of the season tournament. I think they find out on Sunday, I guess, where they stand and who they will play. So,
right. Any players currently part of that program that you're familiar with from your high school days here?
A couple of the girls I know through lacrosse, but that I am looking forward to play with, and then a couple of the girls in my grade that I'm going to school with next year. I'm really excited to play with, along with a girl on my team, Reagan, who will be attending together. So.
Right. Great, Jess, again, thank you for coming
Great.
here on
Thank you for
Replay.
having
We really
me.
appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, when we come back, we'll get back to our highlights with some of the area's top lacrosse teams. And finally, we have the story we've all been waiting for, a day in the life of Baltimore basketball standout Rudy Gay. So stay tuned. There's much more to come on the Replay Sun High School Sports Show.
There are 39 reasons to buy a Toyota truck. Reason 19, Toyota Tacoma 4x4 has the highest ground clearance in its class. Reason 22, Tacoma has one of the highest standard towing capacities in its class. Reason number 16, up to 190 horsepower. Outstanding power for pulling or passing. Reason number 1, for utility, comfort, and value, you can't beat Toyota's legendary quality and toughness. There are lots of reasons to buy a Tacoma right now. This has only been a few of them. See your Toyota dealer and find the one that's best for you.
People from all over America come to a hospital in Maryland to leave dialysis behind. A hospital where caring surgeons and nurses have led the world's most successful live donor kidney transplant program to a remarkable success rate. A hospital where videoscopic surgery allows loved ones and friends to donate easily and walk out in just a day or two. Who's leading the way to this new medical tomorrow? University of Maryland Medicine.
There are 39 reasons to buy a Toyota truck. Reason 16, Tundra has more standard V8 torque than any other full-size pickup. Reason 26, large 4-piston caliper front disc brakes for greater stopping power. Reason number 10, Tundra is rated a best buy in Consumer's Digest magazine. Reason 1, for utility, comfort, and value, you can't beat Toyota's legendary quality and toughness. There are lots of reasons to buy a Tundra right now. This has only been a few of them. See your Toyota dealer and find the one that's best for you.
Tired of waiting in line? Then start banking online with Baltimore County Savings Bank. Visit baltcosavings.com, click the online banking link, and start paying bills, check account balances, transfer funds, and more, all from the convenience of your home, 24 hours a day. No checks to write, stamps to buy, or lines to wait in. So stop banking in line and start banking online when you come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank, FDIC insured.
Back to our highlights in boys lacrosse. The big showdown Saturday in Baltimore County. Delaney hosted number 9 Delaney hosted Towson with the Baltimore County 4A 3A league title on the line. Delaney was shooting for its 5th straight league title and had won 52 straight games over public school opponents and 49 straight over Baltimore County opponents.
And Gary Scriber's been residing over all of them. The Lions gunning for yet another state championship. Ben Berquist's doing a good job since replacing Randy Dace at Towson. Towson in red, number 5, Dan Decker, pulls it out and says, hey, you going to give me this room? I'm going to take it. Past Justin Wolford, 3-2 Towson.
Yeah, only goal in the day for Dan Decker. Tim Sheen led the way for the Generals with 3 goals.
Was 4-3 Towson late in the half. Big part of this game. Number 9, Neil Barthum gets a step and scores. And that was a big sequence here, Sam.
Yeah, 2 goals for Neil Bartho. Will Engelhardt had 3 goals.
17 seconds later, crowd barely sat down. Barthel again, same kind of play. Squeezes through the defense and scores again. It was 5-4 Delaney at the half. And we'll show you this sequence again because Barthum kind of rips the defense right here, just shreds it. You kick it out and you go. That's what you try to do, isolate and go.
Penetration, yeah.
You see Barthum beating the defender and the goalie. 5-4 Delaney at the half. It was 2 of 6 straight goals for Delaney. Matt Lafferty, number 8, to Ryan Hoff, number 17, and he scores right there.
Yeah, Matt Lafferty with 1 goal and 2 assists. Ryan Hoff had 3 goals. Tyler McIntyre also had a goal and assist.
It was 10-4 Delaney. Towson comes back. Mason Dunk, great play. Draws the defense. Nice feed to Brandon Norris. It's 10-6 Delaney with 7:12 left to play. 19 seconds later, Jason Connor to Colin Cook. Back to Connor, who kind of rolls it through the wickets of Justin Wolford.
Yeah, Cook on the assist there. He had another assist on the day. Connor had a goal and an assist.
Delaney answers. Big play here. Matt Lafferty, this time going left. Watch the quick stick from Ryan Hoff, number 17. Delaney pushes the lead back to 11-7. It was 11-8, and the defense does the job this time. Colin Cook, number 1 for Towson, trying to beat the defense, gets a step on Hef Breeding, but Breeding and Justin Wolford squeeze him, and the ball pops out.
Yeah, good job there by Justin Wolford. When he wasn't knocking down Towson scores, he was knocking down their shots. He had 9 saves on the day.
And Delaney wins this battle of Baltimore County Powers 11-7.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look here at the top 5 of the top 15 of the boys lacrosse poll. You have to go all the way down to number 5 St. Paul's to find a team among the top 5 that didn't suffer a loss this week. The Crusaders went 2-0. Also, top-ranked Lakers went 2-1. You saw Loyola get a win and finish the week 1-3. Number 3 McDonough lost both its games, and number 4 Calvert Hall finished the week at 1-1. On to girls lacrosse Friday in the IAAMA Conference semifinals. Top-ranked St. Paul's, a winner of 12 straight games, look to advance to this afternoon's championship game. To get there, the Gators would need to dispose of number 6, number 10, Notre Dame Prep, the defending league champs.
And that is not easy. Mary Bartell always doing a good job at Notre Dame. Jim Stromberg and his coaching staff, their St. Paul's team ranked number 1, and that, of course, is not Jim. Tremendous first half, down 1-0. Check out Yardley Love in red, number 1. Great run. Better pass to number 5, Sarah Hackman. 1-1 tie here.
This you call lacrosse fast break. Yeah, Sarah Hackman, Claire McFadden, Jamie Hansen, Molly Ford each scored 2 goals for Notre Dame Prep.
St. Paul's answers. Megan Del Monte threw a pair of Notre Dame defenders, and that ties the game at 2. One of many great efforts. Here's another one. Notre Dame back, number 29. Becky Lillemau. She is as good as they come. She draws the defense and feeds Charlene Moore in number 6. She scores past Lydia Sanza, and it's 4-3. But the big play, Sam, 15 seconds left in the half. It's 4-4. This is crucial. St. Paul's with the steal, the great feed inside to number 13, Blake Hargis, and she scores with 2 seconds left. 5-4 at the break.
Yeah, Blake Hargis, Sarah Seats, Annie Wagner, they each had 2 goals for St. Paul's.
It was part of a 5-goal run for St. Paul's that continued with this play by Megan Del Monte to Catherine Onnen, 9-4 St. Paul's.
Megan Del Monte had a goal there. She also had 3 assists on the day.
Notre Dame comes back, scores 5 of their own in a row. Molly Ford with an equally impressive play. Past Lydia Sanza, 9-9 with 4:44 left. But that was one of the few they got past her from there.
Yeah, Lydia Sanza, Athlete of the Week a couple of weeks ago. You saw her here on this show. She had 9 saves in this game.
Annie Wagner, Caitley Whiteley combined for a big goal late, and St. Paul's wins 12-10 to set up that big St. Paul's Roland Park game later on today at Loyola.
That's right, 4:30 at Loyola. Here's a look at the girls across the top 5 of the top 15. Top 3 teams all go 2-0. In addition to the semifinal win over NDP, top-ranked St. Paul's beat number 14 Bryn Mawr in the quarterfinals. Number 2 Mount Hebron continued to roll in Howard County with 2 wins. CM Wright takes a break from Harford County play to beat 2 Carroll County teams, number 5 Seton Pio and number 4 Severn, both in their seasons in the IAAMA Conference tournament. Okay, we've been talking about him all season. He's Baltimore's latest high school basketball phenom, Rudy Gay. After graduation, he'll be heading north to UConn.
So while we still have a chance, replay producer Shayla Hebron took to the court for the 3 weeks in the life of Rudy and discovered he's not just a smart, talented athlete, he is truly a nice guy.
I might have been 8. I played baseball mostly when I was younger, but now I play more basketball. Yeah. My first game, actually, I scored 42 points. I mean, most things I do is because of basketball, you know. I came here, you know, because of academics, you know, hopefully to play basketball when I get older. Both teams are really successful. They both have really good coaches, but I mean, I had to go for what's right for me, you know. At Maryland, you know, they're a really good team, you know. I don't really think their sets fit my style of play that much. You know, they have a lot of young players too, so I think I've been fighting for time a lot more than if I went to UConn. It's great, actually. You know, I mean, he's in the NBA. He's proved a lot of people that he can do things, and you know, for them to compare him to me, I mean, that's an honor.
All right, be sure to join us next week for part 2 of our Rudy Gay Diary.
And with Mika Okafor, Ben Gordon leaving UConn, Rudy's going to play a lot right out of the gate.
Yeah, you know, I'm watching the NBA playoffs, and you got Karen Butler down there in Miami, Richard Hamilton in Detroit. Big scores came out of UConn Pro Ball. He could do the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stick around. We'll be back with some final thoughts when we come back.
With today's low interest rates, there's never been a better time to come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. If you're buying or refinancing a home, no one makes it easier than the professionals at Baltimore County Savings Bank. We offer a variety of flexible mortgage plans designed for every need. Call today or log on to baltcosavings.com to check today's low rates. You'll get more from your home when you come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
If you want to get the most out of life, you need a good sun-filled weekend. When you call for convenient weekend home delivery of the Sun, your weekend starts on Thursday, so you can plan ahead with our live entertainment section. Then all weekend long, you won't miss a thing. Spend time with home and family. Fly high with the Ravens. Shop till you drop. Make a great career move. Or just a move. So call today and start enjoying sun-filled weekends with the Baltimore Sun at a great price, delivered right to your door.
With round-the-clock service, you'll feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
There are 39 reasons to buy a Toyota truck. Reason 19. Toyota Tacoma 4x4 has the highest ground clearance in its class. Reason 22. Tacoma has one of the highest standard towing capacities in its class. Reason number 16. Up to 190 horsepower. Outstanding power for pulling or passing. Reason number 1. For utility, comfort, and value, you can't beat Toyota's legendary quality and toughness. There are lots of reasons to buy a Tacoma right now. This has only been a few of them. See your Toyota dealer and find the one that's best for you.
In this week's For the Record Spotlight, Arundel High boys lacrosse coach Clint Gosnell. Recently, his Wildcats beat Glen Burnie 8-7 for his 300th career win. Gosnell is the first Anne Arundel County boys or girls lacrosse coach to win 300 games. He is in his 28th season in Arundel, where his teams have won 1 state title and 3 district or regional crowns. Congratulations to Arundel boys lacrosse coach Clint Gosnell.
Well said. I will second that. For game schedules, athletes of the week, profiles, and anything else you want to know about high school sports, just check out the website, Sun's website, BaltimoreSun.com. And that's a good show today, Mr. Sam.
All right, that's it for this week's edition of the Replay Sun High School Sports Show. From my partner, Keith Mills, I'm Sam Davis. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Have a great week of sports.
Took the cue. Look at number 1, 240-pound Ian Dingman. He had 2 goals. The midshipmen up 1-0. Richie Meads Middies, 1999, their last tournament. And Dingman again. This time he plays feeder to Ben Bailey. 4-1 Navy. It was a big day for Joe Bossi. Third quarter. Watch Bossi, number 9, with the fake. And then the left-handed rocket. He had 4 goals, and Navy wins 11-5. Now here's the NCAA quarterfinal pairings in Charlottesville Saturday, May 22nd. Hopkins versus North Carolina, Maryland versus Princeton. Noon and 3 o'clock are the start times. No word yet which team plays when. North Region held at Cornell in Ithaca. Guess who plays the host Cornell team? Navy. Doesn't seem right. Syracuse and Georgetown in the other semifinal. Georgetown beat Towson today 15-8. The NBA playoffs roll on. Detroit and New Jersey played the Eastern Conference playoff series, and it was won by the Pistons, while Kevin Garnett, Sam Cassell and company were beaten by Sacramento. Sam had 16, Latrell Sprewell 27 for the T-Wolves, but in the fourth quarter, it was all Sacramento. Brad Miller, the pass to Rodney Buford. Peja Stojakovic, you just saw him hit a 3. He had 22, 104-87. The Kings win. Series tied at 3. Game 7 Wednesday in Minneapolis. Nice feed there by Brad Miller. Smarty Jones is back in Philadelphia tonight. His whirlwind visit to Baltimore ended this morning when John Service put him on a van, sent him back to Philadelphia Park, where yesterday his many fans up there cheered on as Smarty won the second leg of the Triple Crown. Here's what it looked like from ground level, as imposing as it was on television. He seemed to come out of the race just fine, in good shape, and though the Belmont may be next, John Service may still be a bit cautious.
The racing public, you know, I'd love for them to have a Triple Crown winner, but they should understand that, you know, the horse comes first. And, you know, I'm sure that there's nothing they'd like more to see this horse run for another year or two.
Now, John Service is planning on running Smarty Jones in the Belmont. Who's left to take him on? How about Royal Assault, trained by Nick Zito? He won the Sir Barton for 3-year-olds yesterday at Pimlico, part of the $85 million record-setting handle. 3 weeks to the Belmont. Royal Assault, maybe Taffet. Personally, I think it's a slam dunk. I don't care who they throw at Smarty Jones. I don't think it's going to matter. We may see him pull what Secretariat did in 1973, dominate that race. When we come back, Brian Billick's coaching clinic, another huge success for local high school coaches, and a big event May 27th at Martins West. Get the Message Dinner. Former Maryland and Dunbar basketball standout Ernie Graham began the Get the Message program 3 years ago. Among the services this group does, they put up a basketball camp for kids down at UMES. This event will feature Lefty Drizel, back with Ernie, his former coach, former teammate Buck Williams, Tom McMillan, and Walt Williams. For tickets, call 410-277-8555. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Their toolbox, our toolbox. ABC2 News has more superior weather hardware working for you, starting with live Storm Center Doppler, Maryland's most powerful, and the only WeatherNet tracking wind and rain right in your neighborhood. See the difference? Storm Team, only on ABC2 News.
Time is moving fast to get a great deal during the Dodge 96-hour event. Until May 17th, get 0% APR financing on Ram and Durango. Plus, grab a new Dodge and make no monthly payments until 2005. Or choose a cash allowance and get $1,000 on Caravan. Plus, finance through Chrysler Financial, and you may qualify for up to $1,000 in bonus cash for a total of up to $4,500 in combined cash allowances on select models. If you want a great deal, you better move too, because the Dodge 96-hour event ends May 17th.
These low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
I grew up on Main Street, of all places, in small-town Warsaw, Indiana. I just remember our house being very warm and comfortable, and that's how I want my home to feel now. I have pretty simple taste, I think. Like fresh-cut flowers or a nice hand towel in the bathroom, anything like that. Hey, you don't have to be rich to live well. If Charlie's comfortable and my friends are comfortable, then I'm happy. My name is Trish, and I'm a Walmart customer.
built First Mariner Bank for you because, like you, we grew up here, helping people with loans and mortgages and supporting local businesses and charities. With our headquarters right here in Canton, we're part of the fabric of the community, helping the local economy by creating new jobs and getting involved. We're fully invested in our community because it's our home too. Other banks may talk about serving the community, but at First Mariner Bank, we're as local as it gets.
First Mariner Bank.
Your Toyota dealer believes that a quality product at the right price is the best value. The average price for a new vehicle today is over $26,000. For a lot less, you can own a new Toyota. Own a Toyota Echo, Toyota Corolla, Toyota Camry, or Matrix, Highlander, Prius, RAV4, Solara, Sienna, or other quality-built Toyota, all at below today's average vehicle price. More choices, better choices. Toyota.
Don't sell it or trade it. Call 1-800-2DONATE and donate your car to the Heritage for the Blind. Call 1-800-2DONATE or go to taxdeduction.com.
It's a great opportunity for them to come in on a beautiful Saturday morning in the off-season, but talk a little ball, to have someone like a Jim Fossil talk to them about quarterback play. Coach Kelly from the Naval Academy, Coach Blackney from University of Maryland, and John Gagliardi. This is the winningest coach in college football.
Brian Billick's 5th annual clinic for local high school coaches held yesterday at Raven Stadium, where once there were maybe 50 coaches, now 500. You see Matt Simon, Matt Cavanaugh. Boy, what a busy weekend it was for Brian Billick Saturday. As we just mentioned, he and his coaching staff put on the coaching clinic. On Friday, Brian and assistant coach Jim Fossil spent some time on the SS Billick.
Once I get on this boat, I'm away. I can kind of keep the office at a distance, whatever problems are going on. And you better find something, because if not, this business will chew you up.
Brian, you had a great year, 10-5-1. We love you. I said, it's good. I said, but you know, ball bounced right.
The boat's really called the Invictus. Friday, Billick and a new assistant, Jim Fossil, spent some time on the boat. The next day, they were both at M&T Bank Stadium for a coaching clinic, which has grown every year. The Ravens' entire coaching staff, plus Jim Fossil on hand. Fossil spent his time talking about quarterbacks and his time coaching the Giants.
Walk in, sit in the meetings, got a lot of respect for everybody. Ask the question, I think you got to do it this way or that way. Here's what I think, and then walk out. And don't have to worry about it.
Ah, what a job. Hats off to Jim Fossil, Brian Billick, and the Ravens coaching clinic. And hats off to Ray Lewis. Yesterday, Ray got his college degree at the University of Maryland down at College Park. What a moment for Ray, the Defensive Player of the Year. What a moment for his family. He promised his mom he would get the degree after he left Miami early to sign with the Ravens, enter the NFL draft. And you see him pointing to his mom, and he got it yesterday. Hats off to number 52 college graduate, Ray Lewis. That is all for me. Thanks to Adam Mardion, Paul Jaffe, Rich White, and our entire staff. On behalf of my partner, Scott Garceau, good night, everybody.
Wednesday at 11, tanning without the sun. It's quick, it's easy, but is it putting you at risk?
We have no knowledge about the safety.
ABC 2 News works for you, showing you why the secret to that deep, dark spray on tan could have a deep, dark secret of its own.
These seem to me to be very uncharted waters.
A 2-year health exclusive. Don't chance getting burned. Learn the real truth about fake tans. Wednesday on the latest at 11.
In recent tests, the all-new Mitsubishi Galant outperformed the Toyota Camry in acceleration and in braking. Now let's see how it stacks up against their free maintenance program. Oh, right. They don't have one. Triple Diamond Days. This month only, get 3 years free scheduled maintenance when you lease an all-new Galant for just $239 a month for 36 months. And as always, get a 10-year warranty on a car you actually want to drive. Hurry, Mitsubishi's Triple Diamond Days end June 1st.
There are two kinds of people with hair loss. Those that keep asking, why me? And those that do something about it. I got the permanent solution from the guys who were as determined as I was. You too should make the call.
I'm a member of the 72 Dolphins, so I'm not used to losing anything. When I noticed that I was losing my hair, at first I danced around the issue, then I decided to tackle it permanently. These guys are serious about restoring your hair. Look at me. One call, medical hair restoration.
Wanting hair on your head isn't being vain, it's only being human. MHR understands this. Not only do they have more doctors who are board certified, but most of them have had the procedure themselves. These guys get it. Make the call.
Get your free information package and start regrowing your own hair permanently. Plus, call now and get $300 worth of additional grafts. One call, 1-800-MHR-9771. That's 1-800-MHR-9771.
Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
Call now and get your free travel guide.
Notice to all Maryland and D.C. residents age 65 and over. Healthcare costs continue to rise, and that could mean you pay more than ever before for a doctor's visit or a hospital stay. Here's what you can do. You are urged to call this number for free information on a Medicare plan that pays 100% of all eligible deductibles and copayments. As a local resident on Medicare, you are guaranteed acceptance into a quality Medicare plan from Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call this number now to get your no-risk information kit. Everyone on Medicare needs extra protection. So turn to the company that has been serving people just like you for over 60 years. Call for your free information. Here's how.
Call 1-888-860-9963 for free information on guaranteed acceptance Medicare plans. That's 1-888-860-9963. There's no obligation, so call now.
The time to save is now during the 96-hour event at your Chrysler and Jeep dealer. Until May 17th, get 0%